This is every major crime case Charlie covered in 2025, organized month by month. 26 stories that prove reality really is stranger than fiction. January kicked off with an obsessed Twitch viewer who decided arson was the answer.
I was talking about an ongoing situation with an obsessed Twitch viewer that ended up taking a 700-mile journey, like he was going down the Oregon Trail, fording rivers and battling dysentery, to arrive at a Twitch streamer's house he was obsessed with. Her name is Just Foxy, to light her car on fire, and seemingly trying to light the entire house on fire, but it was a big fire. A YouTube channel called Midwest Safety posted the entire body cam of the situation as well as that Twitch chatter's arrest.
And he lit something sticking out of it and walked away casually. The front end of my car engulfed in flames. The firefighters came very quickly, and I'm very thankful for that because the fire spread to the fence and burnt the side of my house as well.
So his name is Farhan Jami. He has been arrested, and we know his fate. He was one of Just Foxy's big donators. He had apparently donated a lot of money over a period of time, and then found out she had a boyfriend, and was so upset by that he flew out to her area, then drove to her house to set her car on fire as a way of getting revenge.
The suspect, wearing a loose-fitting pair of lighter-colored sweatpants, latex gloves, a darker-colored shirt, a hat, and a mask, sets a box-shaped object on the vehicle. He then sets another object on top of it with a fuse-like wire sticking out of it. The suspect lights it with a lighter and walks away, which leads to the entire front end of the vehicle being engulfed in flames.
It's like a bucket and a fuse and a brick, and then he sets it on fire and it burns the whole car down and spreads a bit to the house.
This officer, as well as many others in the area, both on foot and patrolling in their vehicles, all begin to look for any suspicious people in the vicinity. 10 minutes later, officers find a vehicle parked on the side of the road, only about 2 minutes away from the crime scene.
He was parked just 2 minutes away from this place in the same neighborhood.
I came because I landed at CVG, and I drove, it's like 40 miles, and I was already shot from the freaking flight.
So where does your friend live?
Somewhere like down there, but he works up here. But no, like something like that. I honestly just made the first right off that road. Made the first right because I was like, yo, I need a place to just knock out for 30 minutes, and it ended up being a few hours. But yeah, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody here.
This officer has now sent a picture from the surveillance footage that shows the suspect, so he can compare it to this man they're investigating.
Oh, this guy's good. Yeah, my friend, he's like down over there. I was up over here and then got all scrambled around, and then I just got a little sleepy, so I pulled on over into this neighborhood to take a little 30-minute nap, turned into a few hours. Oh, also, this guy, Goofball, he openly just said multiple times the officers can search his car if they'd like. So obviously they were going to, and they found some pretty incriminating stuff. And then the officers get sent a picture from the surveillance camera, and now they have a picture of the guy in the act of the crime, and they have the guy right there. So now they can look at that picture and look at the guy and see if they match up. And guess what? They match up pretty well. Openly just said multiple times the officers can search his car if they'd like. So obviously they were going to, and they found some pretty incriminating stuff.
He's got a torch lighter. There's a torch lighter and a blue COVID mask on the center console. Yeah. There's no luggage. There's no backpack.
Yeah, it's about the same outfit.
He's wearing the exact same outfit. And in the car, after getting permission from the guy to search the car, they find a COVID mask as well, which also fits the disguise that the criminal was wearing. The only thing they don't find is a hat.
In a wild police chase, someone thought they could outrun cops after stealing the Stanley Cup.
Now you can probably tell just by looking at me, I don't own a Stanley Cup. I don't have that sparkle in my eye that hasn't fixed that hole in my soul like it has for so many others. And I don't really get it. Not gonna lie to you, it seems like just a pretty standard receptacle for liquid. But people go ballistic for Stanley Cups, and one woman not only stole $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups, she then went on a high-speed police chase in order to try and keep her treasure. That was the one piece, and the cops weren't letting her get away with it.
High-speed chases are always intense, but this one from Ohio had a twist. A woman led officers on a 115-mile-per-hour pursuit along I-75 after stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, including everyone's favorite trend, the iconic Stanley cups.
115 miles per hour, that's no joke. That is certified zooming. This lady was tearing up the roads like she was Dominic Toretto looking to steal DVD players and VCRs.
No, I'm not sure what the product she had in the bags, but I know that it was the 2 bog bags and then product was stuffed in there.
What is your?
Melissa.
I'm gonna send you a link. Can you send me that video?
Absolutely. We just did this on Monday.
Melissa here mentions that she doesn't know exactly what was stolen, but knows that there was a lot of product in 2 bog bags. I once again showing how out of touch I am. I don't even know what the fuck a bog bag is. To me, that sounds like something from Star Wars that you'd leave the cantina with. But Melissa went out and filmed this lady who had shoplifted from them and then gave that video to the police when they arrived. And she just looks exhausted. The police get there and ask if she can send the video, and she goes, "Yep, we did this on Monday." Like, it's just part of the routine here.
After receiving a statement from the manager, officers had a full description of the suspect. It was time to search for the thief. Moments later, officers spotted the vehicle, and a high-speed chase ensued as they attempted to apprehend the suspect.
We are eastbound on North Dixie Highway.
Because of the video Melissa filmed, they were able to get the whole kit and caboodle on the vehicle that the shoplifter was driving, and then they just so happened to have a random NPC encounter out on the road where they saw the vehicle. They flipped on the sirens, and the Stanley Cup super soldier cracked her knuckles and said, "It's playtime." So she goes pedal to the metal off rip, but the astute observers amongst you will have noticed she didn't forget the road rules. She didn't just wipe her ass with etiquette. She used her turn signal in order to start the pursuit. So she turns right and then steps on it.
If someone can communicate to this Perrysburg Township unit behind me to come take the one position, I'll give it up. Ran the red light at Fort Meigs Boulevard, westbound. They're at the traffic light at Levis Commons, Jefferson Street.
Now, of course, I'm exaggerating a little bit by saying she stepped on it. She's pushing that car to its limits, but it's just chugging along at like a casual 50 to 60. It's not even really going that much over the speed limit. The big thing is she's running red lights. All just to hold on to a couple goodie bags of Stanley cups. Fucking beverage containers. Now, of course, they are worth a couple $1,000s. But even still, the charges she would be facing for that theft were significantly smaller than what she's going to be facing for this pursuit.
That intersection, you're coming up to the Virgin Diamond here at 75, 475. We're going to get back on 475 southbound. Out on 25. They just took the pit on.
Now, it doesn't feel like this pursuit went on that long, and it doesn't ever seem like it reached 115 miles per hour unless it was briefly where it cuts away from the dash cam footage to the officer's body cam, which is possible. But then, like, 4 other cop cars spawn in and one of them pit maneuvers her. How did they even get there so quick? Were there just like 4 other officers lurking like sharks in the water waiting for a pursuit to pop off? They heard the call and they're like just go hog wild towards it? Or maybe the perception of time is a little skewed here because maybe we don't see the entire chase, which I think is the more likely explanation. Because there's just no way that many officers would have been able to reach this point that quickly, because it feels like the chase only went on for like a minute and a half at most.
Hands up! Hands up! Oh. I got it. Anybody in the back? Yeah, what you do? What I do?
Tell me what I did. Stealing from Dick's. Oh, put the dog in. You were running, were you?
The chutzpah to ask the cops what I do, as if she's just totally innocent here. Like, let's just assume she didn't know that they were aware that she stole from Dick's Sporting Goods, right? You just went on a high-speed pursuit. What do you mean, what did I do? Pardon me, officer, I was under the impression this is a free country. You're telling me I can't engage in a little high-speed police pursuit? What happened to freedom, What happened to freedom? This country's gone to the birds.
Ball bag. $100 ball bag. Yes.
You get a felony.
Big reward.
Go to prison now for stealing some clothes. Not stupid.
Guess what? Slap on the wrist.
Oh, don't say that. Nice.
Look at all that loot in the trunk there. Those Stanley cups popping out like uniques in Path of Exile here. Holy. Like one of the officers mentioned, it was a misdemeanor and then all this hoopla has turned it into a felony. I mean, it is a lot of money worth of Stanley cups. The merchandise apparently came out to like $2,500. Like, that's a lot. But it's probably not worth throwing your whole life away on this police chase for.
I mean, I just want to call my my baby daddy, my daughter. That's it.
If you would have stopped in Finley, and we would have wrote you a court date and you would have left. And then you could have called your dad or your baby dad and your daughter.
I don't know how Finley works, so I wanted to get to Toledo.
Toledo, and now which happened? You got a film.
Perrysburg, and then I'm like, fuck Perrysburg, so I was like, let me get to Toledo.
It's terrible excuses. All right. But no, you're not going to use your phone anytime soon. So sit tight.
So this kind of confirms what I was saying earlier, that this must have spanned many different areas over the course of a longer period of time than the video lets on, because now she's in a different county and it's really blown it way up. So she's saying that, oh, she wanted to get somewhere else because she doesn't know how it works over there and wanted to get over here. And the officer's like, that's fucking stupid. I don't know how she thought that excuse would work or what the thought process was, because as the officer mentioned, if she had just pulled over initially, it would have been like a simple, quick procedure. She would have just left, but instead she stretched it out over the course of many miles. And she's like, well, there's a reasonable explanation for that, officer. I didn't know how it worked over there, so I wanted to get over here. But what seems to be the problem? The officer actually gets really upset by her. Like, he goes in, he starts mocking her and insulting her. He was just kind of like fed up with her shit.
Fucking dumbasses for a fucking purse. Y'all slow as fuck. Did all that shit for a purse, and they just fucked my car up. Nah, I really ain't gotta pay for my car.
But you fucked your whole life up for some Stanley cups. I would argue that's far stupider. Now, you could make the argument that it wasn't worth the pursuit since they already had, like, her license plate or everything. And I've definitely seen that pop up when, like, looking at police chases in LA. Because sometimes the officers will just be like, all right, enough is enough, it's getting too dangerous, we'll just go ahead and arrest them later since we have all their info. I feel like that probably would have been an option here, considering they had the license plate and everything about the car, but I guess they didn't have any information about the owner, nor did they have the evidence that she stole, so perhaps they felt that they needed to engage in the pursuit, otherwise they wouldn't be able to arrest her later. Couldn't really tell you.
And he keep touching my motherfucking wallet like you about to touch my money. Why is y'all in my money? Thief ass pigs. Your mama bitch and your ugly ass kids bitch.
How peculiar. She likes to steal, but doesn't like to be stolen from. Hypocrite. I just love that she calls them thieves. That was just like the icing on top of the cake. Thieves! It's disgraceful! Disgusting! How could you? Now, who knows? Maybe they did actually take money out of her wallet. That has happened before. I've definitely read about that. It's possible. I don't know. I don't have the body cam footage for that. But I can't help but giggle that she steals, goes on the high-speed police pursuit, gets arrested, and then gets mad that they're going through her things. Anyway, though, that's about it. See ya.
February brought us Michael Jordan's son getting arrested, a case that blew up instantly.
Florida, hey, let's go.
They don't need their best detective to figure out that something has gone, but they quickly realize that the driver of this vehicle is none other than the son of basketball legend Michael Jordan.
Are you like popular or something? Or
I don't know who you are, man. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent.
That's so good. That's so good. He's immediately thrown around. Do you know who my dad is? Oh, I love that. I do enjoy that. Has Marcus Jordan done anything? Oh, actually, wasn't he dating Scottie Pippen's wife? Yep, he dated Larsa Pippen from 2022 until 2024, and that's it. That's all he's done. He dated Larsa Pippen. He tried to get into college ball, but he was really bad at it. He must have been. It's not even mentioned on, like, his Wikipedia summary. For, like, his notable stuff, it's just he dated Larsa Pippen. Cool. Oh, also, in 2012, he was arrested after a drunken argument with two women outside a hotel in Omaha, charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and obstructing justice, but was later released and pled no contest. Cool resume.
Unusual and dangerous sight. A car has veered off the highway and gotten stuck on the railroad tracks. The situation posed a significant threat to those in the car, as well as the officers.
This fucking idiot thought the railroad tracks were an extension of the road that he was on? That's amazing. Holy.
You are stuck. You know the trains come by right now, right? No, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the matter. The car ain't going nowhere, dude.
I like how she rolls up the window.
I need you guys out of the car because there is a phone call right now.
What's up?
Come in, let me pull up.
You're not going to be able to move it. Just get.
No, let him pull over. Pull over.
Yeah, you're buried. You want to get hit by a train?
If he wants to get hit by a train, that's his God-given right.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Get out of the car so we don't get hit.
He meant to park here, actually.
Baby, try to the.
There's like some Red Dead Redemption shit.
Get out of the car. I mean, I see it. Pull over this guy. We can push this mother.
Brother, what?
I mean, the concern is this $300,000 vehicle. I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just.
Oh, that's so good. Wait, Michael Jordan's son. Holy shit, I'm so. Do you want me to suck your dick? Oh my god. I'm so. Yeah, let's push. All right, boys, let's lift up Michael Jordan's son's car right now. We'll hoist it over our shoulders.
And clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the train tracks, which we were not trying to be on.
Thanks, lady. I can see that it's true. The car's on the train tracks.
Really? We really need a tow truck. We can't push this thing in reverse and get it off the tracks. No?
What, man?
The better, right?
The only time you can really push a car is when, like, it's not buried. And it's usually helpful if you can slap that bitch into neutral. There's no shot you're pushing this with 6 dudes. Though, what is this car? I think it said a Lamborghini in the articles. I don't know, maybe it's like super lightweight for some reason. But even then, no shot.
Okay, so that's why. Because I can smell alcohol coming from you and you're on train tracks. Okay. So come on, man. Just listen to me. That's why I don't want you back behind the wheel.
You might not have heard him. His dad's Michael Jordan.
Behind the wheel. I just would like to get my car out of this. I wish I could tell you, but you're way down the train track. That's what I'm saying. We're not way down the train tracks. We made a right and another right. Man.
I'm actually so curious. How far away from the train tracks is he? It looks pretty far. Like, I feel like you know that you're on train tracks pretty much instantly. Like, you know, it's not Triple X, right? Where you're just, like, riding the fucking the Mustang on the tracks until it, like, burns the rubber off. Like, I feel like you would know so quickly. I can already imagine what the cabin was like while they're on the train tracks with this girl. Man, they gotta repave this road. What the fuck is going on here? God, Florida sucks. Jeez.
Pushing a car off of train tracks like this, and I'm not getting you back behind the wheel until I know that you're safe enough to operate it. Okay, so what do I have to do to show you that I'm safe enough to operate it? Well, I'm gonna ask
one free throw.
That's in a minute, but I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights first. You're not under arrest. I know that. I know I'm not.
I couldn't be. I'm Michael Jordan's son.
You be. If I know anything.
And if Marcus is unhappy to leave his Lamborghini behind, he'll be even less pleased with what the officer says next.
3. Do the turn. So then 1. Here's the turn.
Nice.
Like what the
32-point turn. Very good.
Off the ground like this. Sure. I'm not pushing. I'm an old person. You go. I am a normal person.
His dad appears. Imagine. What are you doing with my son? I was busy beating the Looney Tunes in a game of basketball, and now all of a sudden my son... What, you think he's drunk just because he drove down the railroad tracks?
Say night.
Or, not beating the Looney Tunes, beating the Monstars. God, Jesus Christ, sorry.
You want to check under my nuts too? Okay, all right. What's your name?
Officer Marino, badge number 183.
Well, Officer Marino, you're going to get a call from my father later. Uh-oh.
So he's going to have about 4 truckers. Any questions?
Thank you. Thank you for your support.
What a cool side character.
So we got to make sure everybody's safe to drive. Brought in Marcus Jordan.
The Marcus Jordan?
Are you like popular or something?
Popular? That doesn't even begin to describe it.
I know who you are, man. Never mentioned it. You keep saying you're a big target. Are you a celebrity or something? Then I don't know who you are, man. So don't ask me. You keep bringing it up, man. That's what I'm asking. It's all. No, we act like we don't know. But it's cool. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow.
I bet this officer felt real silly when he found out that this was Michael Jordan's son.
Urges them to crank up the radio on another 80s.
This is just wholesome bonding now. He posted on his Instagram, "I appreciate everyone reaching out. I'm focusing on @Trophy Room Store right now and won't be making any comments on the recent media stories and personal life." What's Trophy Room Store? Is that his job? Like that's his business? Well, the very first image there is Michael Jordan. Is this guy's whole life just spent riding his father's glory? That's gotta suck, man. Here's an article. What is Trophy Room? Accused of stealing from Michael Jordan. Here's an insight into Marcus's venture. What? Despite initially battling allegations that Marcus has been backdooring his sneakers to resellers, Trophy Room and the Jordan brand are still working together and bringing out new collaborations for the fans. The Trophy Room within the Michael Jordan estate is almost like a museum. It showcases Jordan's numerous achievements over the years and eventually became the inspiration for Marcus Jordan. Okay. I thought this was like a big conspiracy where he was stealing his dad's shoes to sell them. His first store closed after 3 years. Oh, wow. What I'm trying to do is recreate the atmosphere, the warm feeling that people would feel as they would walk through the Trophy Room when we had friends over. Huh. His whole life is spent just reveling in his dad's achievements. Nothing of his own. Literally no way to top MJ. It's not about topping him. It's about just carving your own identity. Even during his arrest, all he could do was name drop his dad. He just has nothing of his own.
A guy who couldn't handle rejection kept escalating things until police got involved.
I remember growing up, there used to be this classic scene in like every movie where you'd have this grown man walking down his driveway in a bathrobe with a cup of joe in his hand and pick up the newspaper to start his morning. Yeah, now that I'm 30, I do something similar, but instead of going and getting the newspaper, I have Matt send me some wacky stuff. And today he blessed me with a pretty pitiful meltdown from this guy who lost his gourd over a girl he was talking to through a dating app, not having any interest in him anymore. And I'll go over that in a second, but it led to a Jimmy Neutron brain blast where I remembered one from a couple years ago where this dude just wouldn't take no for an answer in a garage, and it is so pathetic. So I'm just going to go over both of them. So the text messages start with him asking, "Are we still on tomorrow? Just wondering as I can make other plans." That already doesn't exude a lot of confidence here. I'm guessing he was not receiving answers in a timely enough fashion, so he started to pick up on the hunch that maybe she wasn't as interested as she once was. And then she confirms his suspicion, saying, "I'm so sorry. Read your message when I was busy, forgot to reply. Sorry, I found a connection with someone else, so I'm just going to see how that goes. Probably not a good idea to meet tomorrow. Sorry, did enjoy talking to you, and I hope your family get-together was fun." He was playing second fiddle, and she wasn't looking for more members of the band, so she just kind of let him down gently, I think. Better than being ghosted, I'd say. She just kind of gave him the business. But he was not ready for that business. He was hoping business operation hours were closed. He completely loses his mind. "Haha, my total lack of surprise. Good luck." Crying emojis, laughing, but he's actually just crying. You can actually feel the salty tears through the phone screen. "You know what? Fuck you, scummy." He is very hurt, very much so. "Scummy little fuck, talking to numerous guys on dating apps, lining them up taking or faking connections with people, setting up dates and ruining people's weekends. I got your name and I got your details, and you'll see something later, twat. Little shit bag. Fuck off, worthless trash. So now he's going into like threats. I got your name and I got your details. So I guess he was gonna fucking show up there like the Undertaker or something. I don't like. It's a dating app, man. Like she's not your girlfriend. You haven't even met yet. So yeah, she's probably talking to other people on there. The same way I bet you would be if you had more than one match over the course of 2 years. That's not some surprising revelation like, oh my god, you whore. You're talking to multiple men on Tinder? How could you? You're supposed to be mine and mine alone. We matched, for God's sake. Oh my goodness, for crying out loud. We were a perfect match. Tinder said so. We had plans. Like, brother, yeah, it's unlucky that she found someone that she was more interested in, but at the very least, she didn't ghost you, so you know exactly where you stand. Just move the fuck on. She responds saying, there's no need to be rude, I'm sorry. I was talking to you and someone else, and the other guy just lives closer, so it's more convenient too. Don't appreciate the threat. I've tried to keep it respectful, but yikes. Good luck to you. That once again sets the bomb off, so he just starts spamming fuck off, and then he calls her fat. This is like the actual classic nice guy meltdown, by the way. This is like the quintessential Tinder nice guy weirdo when he gets rejected. You're fat fuck anyway. When that guy's done with you, you'll wish you had a chance with someone like me. Oh, people like this exist, by the way. Isn't that crazy? I was giving you a chance. Yeah, you missed out on a real saint here, lady. You missed out on Casanova. You fucked it, kid. Bye. He thought he was on Xbox Live for a moment. I think he just kind of got lost in the sauce with that last little bit. But he wasn't done here. His rage couldn't be contained on just a single app, so then he started directly texting her with, once again, another threat. I want to have a word with you about your behavior on dating apps, and if it's not possible through phone, it will be in person. I want to talk to your manager. I need to report your Tinder dating behavior. You talked to multiple men on a dating app. That's a big no-no. You're going straight to the slammer for that one, missy. Goober thought they were dating just because they matched on Tinder. He probably told his whole family that he had a girlfriend just because they had a match in like 2 conversations through Tinder. It's scary though. Like, that is actually frightening. All she did was just very gently tell him, hey, look, found someone else. Not going to be going to the weekend plans that we had scheduled. Sorry. And now he's about to like show up to her house to have a word with her about it in person, which is, of course, always a recipe for disaster. So hopefully she has the means of defending herself should this guy actually show up. But anyway, after reading this, it reminded me of a video from a couple years back where a guy could not take no for an answer. Like, I don't really know what connects these two other than rejection. I don't know why this popped into my noodle after reading this, but I'm glad it did because I hadn't revisited this video in a long time.
Gotcha.
This is just golden. What a beautiful start. So the dude's leaning on the driver's side window, hitting her with the puppy dog eyes. How can you say no to a face like that? And then he starts like moving back and forth, and he starts to pout a little bit. It looks like a kid who got sent to timeout. So he's outside the driver window. He's just, I don't really know what his plan is. He's just hoping maybe she'll change her mind. So the backstory is they had met at a bar. He was kind of normal then and then started getting a little rowdy and was touching them, and really, he just really wanted to fuck, and they were not about that. So they left and he followed them to the garage, and now this is his last-ditch Hail Mary to get some pussy, I guess. Leaning on the driver window doing this.
You know, they're still parked right next to the,
Brother, at least start mewing or something. Like, come on, spam some Fortnite emotes, do something. He's just sitting there idle animations. Like, come on, this is never going to work. This never stood a chance. So they actually ended up confronting him, and that conversation is something to behold.
No, I believe you 100%, but...
Well, what was wrong with going home? If an Uber takes you home, you're safe.
I had a bad, it's embarrassing. Like, I had a bad argument with my girlfriend.
A what?
A bad argument with my girlfriend.
Okay, well, we called you.
I don't want to, like, go home to her because she's going to be...
Oh, you guys live together?
Yeah, like...
Well, then you can stay out for a minute.
There's a lot of lore here, so try to keep up, Buster. We're getting an exposition dump right off rip. So, he's obviously hammered. He's had a little bit of alcohol. And he is now saying that he has a girlfriend. And I also love the way the lady filming responds to that, saying, "A what? A girlfriend?" Like, just complete shock with the way he's behaving here, while also apparently having a significant other. I have a game theory. He doesn't have a girlfriend. I think he was trying to make himself seem like a bad boy. And somehow more desirable, like, hey, look, I have a girlfriend. Women like me. Will you like me?
No.
So what'd you do?
She had bruises on her from sex.
So you hit her. From what?
From sex.
Oh my God.
It was from sex. I never hit her. I never closed it. I never
Okay.
Hand.
Uber, Jorge, we called you.
He briefly dropped the Tommy Wiseau right there. I didn't hit her. I did not. So he's saying that when he went to jail for domestic abuse, it's not because he hit her with a closed hand. He makes sure to make a specific mention of a closed hand. He says she had bruises on her from sex. I don't know, man. The story's not making a ton of sense. Something's not checking out here.
Is gonna be here in 5 minutes. You should head
But
up.
I'm saying, like, I never hit her with a closed hand.
Okay.
It was closed.
With a closed hand. So with an open hand?
But I never...
Oh my God. Okay. Like I said, it was really nice meeting you, but we called you an Uber. We're not forcing you to get home drunk. Literally, you should head up before, I'm gonna have to call the cops.
I'm super surprised they engaged with this conversation for as long as they did, and they were even nice enough to call this guy an Uber. Like, that I am shocked by, actually. So they call him an Uber and everything, and he still is just not taking no for an answer. He is still preventing them from leaving and trying to, I don't know, salvage this situation so he can get laid or something. Like, I don't know what his plan is. Like, he's talked about going to jail for domestic abuse and how he didn't beat his girl with a closed hand. So then they said, well, so you hit her with an open hand? He's like, but it was never a closed hand. Like, I don't know what playbook he's running in his head here, but it is not John Madden's finest plays that he's executing. I can say that much with confidence.
Because now it's like harassment. We called you an Uber. I appreciate the drinks. You should head up.
Where should I go?
You should head up and find Punch Bowl Social. They're in a red Ford Fusion. Go to them. Don't look at her. What is she gonna do? I'm telling you, no. This is my car. No, you lit it. Okay, I don't know you. I don't care. It's been 20 minutes at this point. We called you an Uber. Please leave. They're almost here. Go find Jorge. Literally.
Now he's moping and he's like, but pussy though? But what about the vagina? I love how he's just like, well, where do I go though? If I can't go home with you, there's nowhere left for me. The streets? You're gonna make me go sleep on the streets? Is that what you want? That's gonna be on your conscience. It's like, brother, they called you an Uber, man. They did so much more than they needed to for a fucking creep weirdo like you, man. Just get in the Uber and go the fuck home. Call it a wrap.
But I'm not about...
I don't care. I'm gonna get in the car. Please leave. Leave. Now.
Can I ask you something?
I don't care. Leave.
I
don't give a fuck. It's gonna escalate. Leave. Leave right now. I'm getting in the car. I don't give a fuck.
He continues to choose the worst dialogue options, and she just gets so fed up. She just gets in the car, and her friend gets in the car, and presumably they leave. Somehow he probably stops blocking her at some point. She just keeps telling him, you're making it worse. Get the fuck away. And it eventually leads to them being able to get out of there. Anyway, though, Just wanted to talk about these two things real quick. That's about it. See ya.
March saw a mansion YouTuber charged with attempted murder.
A big YouTuber named Eric Conover, almost 3 million subscribers, is facing a multitude of serious charges, including attempted murder. That's not Weenie Hut Jr. That's pretty high-level crime. If crime was Call of Duty, that would be pretty close to hitting prestige level. And he's spoken recently, and he basically cut like a WWE promo, like, you got it all wrong, and if you ever question my mental competence, I will come snap you in half like a Kit Kat, I swear to God. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but he did talk about how he would eviscerate anyone that questions his mental competence. It's really weird shit. He's claiming it's all a massive misunderstanding, but let's go ahead and set the stage here, the lore that you need to know. Eric is a very successful YouTuber whose content focuses on these luxury mansion tours. He goes and does all of these bougie real estate videos where he shows you these dreadfully overpriced locations. He does those, that's like his bread and butter content, but I'd never seen it before. They also said, we're very fortunate that an amateur drone operator was in the air when he saw the interaction, was able to capture it on video. That video has not been released yet. I imagine it won't, because it's going to be a crucial piece of evidence in this, I would imagine. But I would also guess there's body cam footage too. Now, there is footage of the chase that's been released. It's very short footage filmed by someone who was nearby on rollerblades and just happened to capture him fleeing from the police, as well as some footage of the vehicle once they got it stopped. Eric is claiming that he is not the same Eric Conover police want for the attempted murder on that officer. Eric Conover, the YouTuber, is from New York, not New Jersey, as authorities claim, stating, "This seems to be a massive misunderstanding. I'm exactly who I say I am. I'm a YouTuber." Now, we all know YouTubers are some of the most respected individuals on the planet. Their reputation is spotless, up there with like firefighters. So him saying that is a big deal. Also, he loves to mention how successful he is as a YouTuber. That's like a core part of his whole personality, even during all of this. He's also currently facing some DWI charges for an arrest that allegedly happened just days earlier. And then when he went to court, as I mentioned at the beginning, he put on quite the performance. He tried to be like the fucking Joker or something there. This guy, he was looking for some kind of Oscar nomination for some really over-the-top villainous acting. He looked unhinged.
Everything right here, and it's all been falsified.
Eric Conover had a lot to say before his arraignment this afternoon.
If anyone dares try to test my mental confidence, I will eviscerate every single person with my intelligence right now. And
he's like Charles Xavier from Logan. His intelligence is so supreme, he can blow us away with a single thought. This man is a transcendent being.
That's not being egotistical.
Police paperwork says the pursuit started after Conover was going 55 in a 35. After 8 miles, Conover stopped and an officer attempted to de-escalate the situation, but Conover allegedly drove at him and hit him in the leg and then sped off for another 28 miles.
Father, Lord in heaven.
The paperwork.
If I had to venture a guess here, when he got pulled over, he was probably drinking, didn't want another DUI, so he sped at the officer, hit the officer, and drove away. So, not exactly, jaywalking charges or an ounce of weed.
Officer was thrown 40 feet, suffering a leg injury. Conover is facing several charges, including attempted murder.
Oh, thank God. Look at me.
Today in court, Conover was outspoken, claiming that he's a public figure because of his nearly 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and saying this was part of a, quote, police sting against him.
View the police reports in this matter and denies these allegations. He does not agree with the reports as they are stated.
The defense asked.
I'm very curious what he denies there. If he hit the officer, physically hit the officer with his car and drove away, that's kind of like a tough one to say that it's wrong. Like, no, that's fabricated. It's CGI. That wasn't me. It couldn't have been me. I'm 12 years old. I can't drive yet. Like, I don't even know what strategy he's trying to employ. Nah, he ran into my car. Oh, wait, maybe. Yeah, actually. No, you see, he ran at me, and he threw himself off of my car 40 feet. And then the jump scare was a lot, so I panicked and I drove away.
Police say he was arrested Friday night for a separate drunk driving charge, which Conover denies.
I've been sober from alcohol for 1,558 days, so to press me on a DUI, I'm a public figure.
The judge did hold Conover
Good defense.
preventative detention. He's due.
Yeah, Eric Conover's facing right down the pipe of a lot of things here. It's a laundry list. He's got the DWI, the attempted murder charge, the first-degree assault against a police officer, as well as second-degree assault, reckless conduct with a deadly weapon, conduct after an accident, disobeying an officer, and reckless driving. Now, from what I saw, over the last, 10 or 11 days, he had been posting some very concerning stuff on Instagram, and his community was concerned for his mental state. Now, his community was saying that what he was holding was olanzapine, which is apparently used to treat either bipolar disorder or symptoms of schizophrenia. And people are saying that him being off of this medication is most likely the cause for the concerning posts and the spiral that he seems to have been in on Instagram. And while, of course, I'm no expert here, I would say that it does probably play a role in everything that has happened recently with him, as well as his behavior in the court at the hearing there. That kind of stuff is always pretty sad to me, where someone has medication for a very serious thing like that, and then they decide to stop, and then things just fucking spiral out of control for them. But anyway, very wild story here that I just wanted to talk about briefly. That's really about it. So yeah.
An attempted murder prank, because apparently that's a thing now.
I don't like attempted murder. I said it. Go ahead, dry your tears. I'm not taking it back. I'm not going to censor myself. I don't care whose feathers get ruffled by that take. I don't like attempted murderers. And by extension, I don't like successful murderers either. But today I saw a video of some pranksters, I think. I don't even know. Just some downright losers who treated attempted murder as content. One guy, Mr. Olympiad, a giant chair, like a really heavy chair, and then threw it off the 3rd floor of a mall where it plummeted 3 stories down, nearly hitting bystanders at the bottom, which, if it did hit them, absolutely would have killed them.
Go, yellow. There's no way this guy's dead. Oh no.
That sound that the cameraman makes is the exact sound Bart makes when Homer strangles him. That is just one of the worst sounds I've ever heard a human being make. It sounds like he's being waterboarded in honey, like really thick, and he's just gargling it up. The caption saying, "No way bro almost killed someone, nah," with the crying laughing emojis is just diabolical. It's just evil. I'm sure the reaction would have been exactly the same if that did go down there and just fucking blow somebody up. If someone did die from that, I'm sure the caption would have just been tweaked a little bit like, "Bro just killed somebody, what a menace," laughing, crying emoji. It's to this point where people like this that grow up with social media convincing them that everyone around them is an NPC to exploit and use for content, it just makes them believe that everyone around them is just not even real. Like they're not even human beings. So if someone died there, shit, that's just more content for them. It's really scary. This happened at Westfield Stratford, and from what I've read, police are investigating it. But I'm at the point where I just have no faith in authorities to ever actually punish people that do this shit harshly. Like, pranksters get to run rampant, like, just being a complete nuisance, hurting people, harassing people, in this case, nearly fucking killing people. And it's just to the point that I really think we need to be a lot harder on it, because that 100% should be attempted murder. Look at how close it was to hitting the people down below there. That's like dropping a fucking anvil out of a cartoon on somebody, but it's real life. That is just going to flatten them. If they survive, it would be a miracle, and they would 100% be suffering from permanent debilitating injuries, most likely some kind of paralysis. But the most likely outcome is they would have died if that hit them, and it was very close to hitting them. It immediately reminded me of those people that were throwing rocks over the interstate and ended up killing people from it. So I looked into it because I never remembered the aftermath. Well, in both cases where someone was murdered by the rock throwing over the interstate, they got off pretty easy. Like, there was a little bit of jail time, but everyone involved in those rock-throwing interstate murders, they're all free now. I think that sucks. Like, I understand they were kids doing that, but kids know how dangerous that is. Part of the game was causing damage to the vehicles. They just didn't expect someone to die from it. Like, they know how dangerous that is. So the excuse of, oh, they're kids, they don't know any better, just doesn't fly. Because they obviously know. That was like the whole point of the game, is causing damage and pain. Like, why is that not more harshly punished? And they attempted to try them as adults, but it got overturned. I'm not here to get into the nitty gritty of those cases, but the point is, why are we not harder on shit like this? In this video, we just saw them nearly kill people, and they recognize that, and to them, it's just a big joke. People's lives don't mean anything to them. It's just a laughing matter to them. Like, it's not Looney Tunes. It's not like a piano falling on somebody's head in Looney Tunes where you see stars and you have piano key teeth. They almost just killed people. Like, I really hope that this investigation that they're conducting to find them results in a very serious sentencing. Big update as I was making this video. 15 minutes ago, this was published, stating that 2 teenagers have been arrested after a viral video showed a chair being launched from a 3rd-floor balcony at Stratford Westfield, narrowly missing shoppers on Saturday. Police said a 14-year-old and 16-year-old boy were arrested on suspicion of criminal damage after a heavy seat was thrown from the shopping center's 3rd floor. That's good they've been arrested, and now it's time to actually make an example out of this. You might remember a year or so ago, actually I don't remember how long it's been now, there was a prankster who was terrorizing the UK, breaking into houses, attacking people, jumping on people, threatening people, stealing people's dogs, and that prankster got arrested like 5 times, and every single time they just let him go. No slap on the wrist, no real consequences at all, and that prankster was well aware of it, even just openly mocking authorities for how light they were on everything he was doing. Eventually, they actually did give him, I think it was an 18-week prison sentence, and when he finished that, guess what? He stopped doing it. I just checked on him a moment ago, just going through his Instagram, and it seems like he has actually turned his life around and he is trying to be better. He's just now celebrating his ability to drive a car, saying no more breaking into people's houses. So it looks like, and who would imagine, if you actually punish people for really shitty behavior like this, it helps not only everyone around them, but the person themselves. So in this case, I know they're kids, but they knew that this could kill people and they didn't care. This should be treated with the severity that it warrants. It was risking innocent people's lives. So there is no benefit to just taking it easy on them because, oh, they didn't know any better. They did. They absolutely did. They even say that they did, recognizing that people could have died. So I think it stands to reason that this should be something they take very, very seriously. Not just a slap on a wrist. Not just a $200 fine because you hurt that chair and, well, there was a little damage to the floor. And don't do it again while shaking your finger at them. None of that shit. I really think this should be a time to make an example. Like, no more of this. We're going to crack down on it because, as has been shown, if you let them just keep getting away with doing shit like this that jeopardizes the safety of others, they're going to keep doing it because it's big on social media. By just letting pranksters fucking steamroll you and letting them just go hog wild, it's bad for everybody. I really think that Mizzy, that's the prankster I referenced earlier, is a great example for how, when you do actually finally give repercussions for this kind of shit, it's a beautiful deterrent that stops others from trying to emulate it, and it also helps that person to recognize how unacceptable it is, and they become better for it. So I know I've been yapping about this for a while, but it's just so fucking frustrating to see the dangerous kind of shit that continues to just escalate, it seems. So, they arrested them. Good. Now, don't just let it be a nothing burger. This needs to be a time to set an example that this kind of shit is not okay. Yes, it was extremely lucky and fortunate no one died in this, but who's to say that it won't lead to a death the next time they do some unhinged shit like this?
April gave us a drunk sheriff getting pulled over. The irony writes itself.
Nicholas Cochi is the sheriff of Hampton County, Massachusetts, which is where the city of Springfield is located. The officers are able to get the sheriff to come out of the casino so they can investigate. However, the sheriff won't make it easy for them.
How you doing, Sheriff? Good. Very good.
Oh man, he has got that build. The bowling ball build. I have a feeling this is going to get aggressive.
Actually, what happens? What's going on? I popped the tire. Do you know where? We were looking to see where you were in the casino and everything, and it's all good. It's all good. Change the tire. Okay. Okay. All right. The problem is, hang on for a second. Were you the one driving it? No. You weren't driving? Okay.
He just said that he popped the tire. I came around the corner, popped the tire. Were you driving it? No. Maybe he's going to pull a sovereign citizen. I was traveling. Yes, I was the one traveling in my vessel.
I've got this right here. Yeah. Everything's on camera. I got to take it by the numbers. Change the tire. I got to take it by the numbers.
Just let his buddy come out here and change the tire. He'll be here any second now.
I'm going to say, we'll see that on the camera. I can go talk to him. Everything will be good. All right.
What did he think that was going to change? He knows they have body cams. Why would he? This guy's on some shit, actually. Wait a minute. That's kind of galaxy brain. You can't say he said he was driving. Perhaps his lips just looked like he said that.
I'll tell you what. Leave the car here. Leave it. Nope, sir.
Just fucking leave it. I don't need it anymore.
Stay put. All right.
I'm going to come hit it with a sledgehammer in a moment.
Because based on... Yeah.
It's clear by the sheriff's body language that he is likely secretly signaling for his lieutenant to deactivate his body camera, which the lieutenant refuses to do.
And if that
W from the lieutenant, love that.
Right now, I'm conducting an investigation. Okay, I need you.
God, he is steaming.
The direction.
He looks like Eustace from Courage when he got that gel on his head. Holy, he is turning so fucking red too.
Where was it?
Right up on the corner. I took the turn.
Took the turn into here?
Yeah.
Okay. There looks like there's a plant on there. Was there a plant that
Might have been.
might have been? Oh, but that's where it was, to the remnants of the time.
Someone might have thrown a plant at me. I don't know.
You don't
What?
No idea.
Hey, it happens. What? Is it a crime to hit a plant?
from today?
What happened? Can't hit plants no more.
A bunch of blocks.
That was it in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're going to take a walk over where we're a little bit out of sight. Okay. No. How much you had in drink tonight, sir? Couple beers.
Oh, not the couple of beers. Oh no.
Okay.
The couple. He's fucking toasted.
I'd like to ask you to do field sobriety.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Not going to happen.
I'm not driving. Yeah. Field sobriety for what?
All right. What's that? All right. You came from East Columbus. You turned in here. You can't find the tire. Okay, that's fine. There's clear indications that that rim.
Man, fucking annihilated that tire. No trace of it left.
I'd ask you to ask you a second time if you will perform field sobriety so I can determine if you are safe
Not gonna
to
happen.
drive. Okay. I have a PBT that can sort this out right now.
Not gonna happen.
Okay. So you're gonna
Uh-oh.
right.
He's driving a hard bargain.
The alcohol consumption. All right.
A little bit.
Driving. Okay.
So you're
All right. Well, then assume. Then at that point,
While the body cam footage is redacted, this is when the sheriff's official arrest takes place. The body
Oh,
right after the sheriff is placed in handcuffs.
why is it redacted? What happened? Did this sheriff hang hog or something? Why would we redact? Like, we got everything else. What could have possibly happened in this moment? Unless he just fucking went sack out. Why is that redacted? Huh? Just ongoing court case? I guess this might be like a crucial component here, but I feel like everything else has been very strong evidence already. I can't imagine there was anything else here that's like a narrative changer. Oh my god. That is catastrophic. What does this guy do? Run over a landmine?
so careful.
He's even wearing a shirt that says sheriff on the sleeve.
You can move anything over.
Very interesting. This is also probably one of the only times I've seen a front seat arrest. The only other time is when that lady slipped out of her handcuffs and stole the car.
Scrapes as well. More scrapes in the middle of the road. Consistent path. More scrapes in the middle of the roadway.
And this guy's full-blown investigating. Good for him. We're gonna find that tire, goddammit.
Scrapes lead to the location where they found.
Yeah, riding on the rims will do that to you. Scratching up the whole road, leaving an actual treasure map to him.
Nikochi freely admits Saturday, September 21st, was not a good day for him. He was arrested outside MGM Springfield for driving while intoxicated and subsequently suspended for several days without pay.
Several days? How's he going to feed his family? Several days? Oh, I dare not say. Several days? Oh, wow. Nick, buddy, wow. Punishment does not fit the crime. That's extreme. That's extreme. They gave him a long weekend. Woof.
Very blessed as the sheriff of Hamden County, but more importantly, as the person, Nikochi. There's no question 6 weeks ago was not one of my finest moments.
Nikochi immediately took ownership for that behavior, leaving court after his arraignment in late September. The sheriff is humbled by the outpouring of support and understanding from the community and says he won't let them down again.
And if there's a day that comes up and you don't show your best version, well, tomorrow you wake up and you make sure your version's better.
Very inspirational.
That's a lesson that I'm going to continue to show who Nikochi is. Never mind the sheriff part. Who am I as a person?
Nikochi, in his second term as sheriff, is resilient.
I'm sure that same courtesy is extended to everybody else. Yeah. Look, drunk driving, not great. But look, I was a victim. And now I can rise above this and become the hero I was meant to be.
His driver's license was also temporarily suspended, and he was required to attend an OUI education program. As of April 2025, there are no reports indicating Kochi has encountered further legal trouble. In fact, in January 2025, he was appointed vice president of the Massachusetts Association. Let us know your thoughts about this incident in the comments below, and if you think the prosecutor should have also charged him with leaving the scene of a crash.
No, why would they do that? No, what? I agree with this YouTube commenter. Lieutenant needs to be the sheriff. Man's the epitome of integrity. Takes guts to stand up to your colleagues and overwhelming courage to stand up to your boss. Unironically, that lieutenant, huge W. What's crazy is I bet he was fucking fired. Well, I mean, probably. I don't think he would have got away with firing that guy, especially with this kind of case, but I bet the sheriff really thought about how to punish him. Crazy. That is crazy.
Florida continued its winning streak with multiple arrests, including public indecency.
It's 4 p.m. in Lake County, Florida, where police catch up with one man who allegedly bared it all in a road rage incident.
You ever have such a serious case of road rage you can't help but hang hog and start shaking your wiener violently at the other car that made you upset? My guess is probably not, but I would argue maybe you just haven't been pushed to the edge quite yet. Because sometimes when you get real mad, the penis comes out. At least according to this situation, I suppose. That's a really interesting concept to me. Like just getting like steam coming out of your ears and you're like, ooh, why I oughta? And then dropping trow. I don't know. It's just very interesting to me.
So, I'm going to be straightforward with you. We got a complaint that your car, someone driving your car with a red tattoo on his right arm, exposed his genitals to a car in a road rage incident. That wasn't you?
No.
Okay. So, where'd you just come back from?
A Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, which way? Which one down there by KFC down there in
Leesburg.
Oh, up in Leesburg?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't get into an incident with anybody?
No.
No? Okay. Well, they described you to a T.
I find it very suspicious that he would refer to KFC as Kentucky Fried Chicken. Almost nobody does that. Everyone just calls it KFC. I think, now keep in mind, I'm no professional super sleuth here or anything, but I think he was panicking a little bit and didn't know where to say he was coming from to try and throw him off the trail. Oh, I was over at Dickville. No, not there. Kentucky Fried Chicken is where I was.
Okay. What does that mean?
So I'm trying to figure out what actually happened. So I got one side. I got one side of the story, and someone describing you perfectly to a T, along with your car and license plate.
When I'm out and about, my dad's in there. My dad's been with me all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the car with you, all on your way to KFC.
No.
No. So nothing happened. No road rage incident. Nothing like that.
No.
You don't remember anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Case closed then. Surely just an interesting coincidence that they happen to get the license plate as well as describing the man who owns the car to a T, as well as what he was wearing at the time and describing his tattoo, and it also matched the photographs they took. All right. Simple enough. We got the wrong guy. Something I want to briefly mention that has absolutely nothing to do with this story itself, just a little fucking side quest I want to yap about. The dog not being on a leash bothers me a lot. I have always said that even if you have the most well-behaved, best-trained dog, it is just a smart, safe idea to keep your dog on a leash when it's out in public. You never know what's going to happen. It's just better for you, your dog, and everyone else around you if it is just on a leash in public. I'm not going to yap about that too long, but I have never once had my dogs out without being on a leash, even though they are fucking angels.
All right.
Tell them I got the wrong guy.
Oh, yeah? You think so? Well, they described you wearing exactly what you're wearing, bald, no beard, and a red tattoo on his forearm.
Okay.
Police identify the man seen here as 56-year-old James Box.
Mr. Box. A fitting name, I suppose. Very interesting. I love how he's just wearing the exact same shit from the road rage incident as well, like a little cartoon character, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised by because the road rage incident happened moments ago, not like weeks or months in the past. It's not like this has been some kind of grueling case that they've been, chipping away at for a long time, like they're trying to locate the Zodiac killer, deep in the forensics lab trying to find the cranky cock culprit or anything. So, I guess it makes sense he'd be in the same clothes, but I just can't help but find it very silly that they'd show up and he's just wearing the same shit, looking exactly the same, like he was fucking frozen in stasis. Maybe he should have put some more effort into, a disguise, maybe, to throw him off the trail. He comes out in a trench coat and those glasses with the big nose and fake mustache or something. It's not me, officer. I don't look anything like those photos.
So that's you. So
okay,
I'm giving you another opportunity to explain yourself if you would like to.
There's nothing to explain. Why?
Okay.
So he pulls there and I said, we've got to get his tag and call 911. So we pulled in, we tried to just get the tag and that's when he got out of the car and started charging toward us first physically. That's when I started taking those pictures. And when he got around the median there into the landscape, and that's where he stopped, pulled the pants all the way down right there at our midnight.
Now, of course, I wasn't there at the scene. I did not bear witness to this event, but I have a hunch. It's not backed up by any scientific data nor the witness testimonies, but I have to imagine when he pulled his pants down, he didn't just stand there static T-posing with his meat in the wind. I think he was probably trying to helicopter it. That's just a theory. A game theory. Now, I cut around the lore a little bit here, but according to the witnesses, he was deranged. They mentioned that he stuck his head out of the window and started making faces and sticking his tongue out. Apparently, he had thrown some stuff at the vehicle as well, and then it eventually led to him getting into his birthday suit. And then also, he had apparently went back to his vehicle, and the family thought he was trying to retrieve a weapon, according to the father there. So, it seemed like he was trying to scare them to the best of his ability, which is why they got his license plate, got his pictures, and reported it with the intent to press charges against him. Also, their kid is in the car.
Officers decide it's time to confront James again.
The officers feel they have sufficient evidence to link Mr. Box to that crime. I would agree. It's not like this family just pulled this random fucking license plate out of their butt and somehow it landed at a guy that perfectly matched the description they described as well as matched in the photographs that they apparently took at the scene. I think that's pretty bulletproof, pretty watertight. So now the officers are going to get Mr. Box from his home. Now, I know the body cam footage is a little blurry right now, but he does clean it off. But at the moment, I recognize that the body cam looks like in Schedule 1 when you smoke your own meth. It's all blurry and shit, like you're going through a fog.
Hey, Mr. Box, can we have a conversation out here one more time? Oh.
You can tell me right there.
Yeah, come on out. Come on out for us. Yeah.
Time to come out.
Time to come out.
Oh, you're going to get rough now, right?
No.
Show me how tough you are.
No, bro. Put your hands together like you're praying.
I don't pray.
Okay.
Mr. Box with an exquisite move here, a scholar's mate on the board. He puts them in a checkmating position when he says he doesn't pray. An interesting gambit from Mr. Box here, but it doesn't stop him from getting handcuffed.
With intent to prosecute.
Is it the people in the car?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to... Hey, hold on a second.
I'm shutting
If
the
you
door.
want to ask my dad the
You
question,
can move your leg or I'm gonna put you in for.
for what?
Exposing his sexual organs to a woman and her child. Yes.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, no,
I got a question for you.
it happened out on the road.
Did you go to KFC with your son?
Did I go to where?
KFC with your son?
No.
No.
You might remember at the beginning of the story, Mr. Box said that his dad was with him all day, but then when he was asked if his dad was in the car when he went to KFC, he said no, which then makes it completely useless. His dad was not with him all day in that regard, clearly. And then when he's being put in the back of the police cruiser, he says to ask his dad the question, which again is worthless because he already said his dad wasn't in the car. But they do still ask the father, were you in the car when your son went to KFC? And he just says no. But he does say that they were together earlier and he didn't see his son bring out the old, 3-inch glory or anything. So, like, I don't know why Mr. Box really thinks that his father's in a position to be able to, like, try and, like, bring the heat off of him somehow when he has already said that his dad wasn't there for when this would have happened. But anyway, they do talk to the father and inform him of what's going on. I feel really bad for the dad in this case because he seems like he is just really upset about it, which makes a lot of sense why he would be. Anyway, yeah, they brought him in on the charges of indecent exposure. That's really about it. See ya.
And suspects who were hilariously bad at running from cops.
Have you seen that Code Blue cam where a guy gets away 3 times, blatantly hides around corners like he's in a video game? Drunk man attempts fleeing 3 times. I don't know. That makes sense. He's going to make a run for it, I can tell.
The ditch.
He's in fleeing stance. No, never mind.
The deputy observed his poor balance, slurred speech, and bloodshot eyes.
Well, what happened? Did it stall out at the intersection or something?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's got a bad case of ligma.
Go?
Yeah. Like I pulled the blinker on, I tried to go, won't go.
Are you talking to these people or do you know these people or no?
No.
What happened when you parked here?
Well, I didn't park here. Like I hit the stop sign and I was going to turn and then I just lost power.
He's got a very cartoonish voice.
The car.
Should be any weed in there?
I've smoked before, but there shouldn't be any weed in the car.
Okay.
No, it shouldn't.
His voice is awesome.
Do you have a preference for a tow? 32 minutes. All right, man. I'm just going to be hopping the back here while we wait for a tow.
Oh, he's going to run.
Here a second. All right, bud.
I was wrong. Damn, I can't tell when he's going to run. Every time I think he's going to go for it, he doesn't. The title's got me on edge trying to predict it.
Last name, Ocean Lincoln, Sam, Ocean Nora. First name, Andrew, Adam, Nora, David, Robert, Edward, William. Middle name, R. Robert. Male, white. What I want you to do is I want you to put your feet together. Put your hands down by your sides. Perfect. Don't
Man, just casted a spell.
Relax. All right. What I want you to do is I just want you to follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and only your eyes and not your head. Do you understand?
Yes.
Turn around on the 9th step and take 9 heel steps back along this line. I'm now going to demonstrate the test doing 3 steps. When you do it, you will do 9 steps. 1, 2, 3.
The cop just falls over. Imagine.
A series of small.
I'm going to demonstrate it. And he just eats shit and blows out his ACL.
2, 3. All right, we want to put your right foot in front of your left foot. Get back in that original position right there. Perfect. And you may begin. And look down at your foot and count loud. 2.
Honestly, the closest we've ever seen to somebody that's drunk driving do this.
Correct.
As instructed. Yep.
I lost my train of thought. What I was saying is he's doing better than almost every single other person we've seen perform this test.
Hands down by your sides.
Like his upper body's very off balance, but his lower body, like he's almost there. As far as drunk drivers go, this guy's almost able to walk a straight line.
At no point during the test are you to put your foot down. If you do put your foot down, pick it back up and continue from where you left off. Do not use your arms for balance. And
it's like the instructions at like a Disney ride line.
Hands down by your sides. No, just leave them straight down. Yep. And count out loud. 3, 4, 5.
Man, he is fucking crushing it, actually. Out of every FST we've seen done, he is by far the best performer.
16, 17.
Andrew agreed to a PBT, which indicated his blood alcohol concentration at 0.152.
You know what the legal limit to operate in Wisconsin is?
Oh, sorry.
Yep. You're at a 0.152. So if you don't place your hands behind your back, you're under arrest for operating while impaired.
Oh, this is definitely where he runs.
Easy there. Easy there. What are you doing? Don't tense up on me, buddy.
Oh, now he's all stretched out from the test. He's going to be so quick and limber.
Pulled away and sprinted off.
Don't grab your hands together. Relax your hands. Take it easy.
He did 9 heel-to-toe walks. You're never going to catch him. He's too warm. Oh, taser missed. Man, he was quick with that shit, too. He's like, I got it. Oh, yeah. I've already lost him. Oh, wait, no, there. I see him behind all the pixelation. Uh-oh, officer's running out of gas. Oh, shit, he's out of steam.
Bro. What pursuit northbound?
Mickey 17 gets away. Brother, just go back to the car. You're not catching him at that pace. Why are you still walking towards him? You should just go back to the car, man. Oh, wait, he said, all right, I got a second one. Though admittedly, he's not very fast either. I can still see him. Perhaps, maybe I'm off my gourd here. Maybe he can catch him at this pace.
The deputy located Andrew several times during the foot pursuit.
No.
Continued to ignore commands and run off.
Get out of here right now.
Oh God. He didn't even have the chutzpah to go into the bushes. He's just standing outside the bushes looking at it like it's Blair Witch. Oh, how did he find him? He went to the age-old belief, if I can't see them, they can't see me. He had to pee. Oh, he might be peeing. You could be right. He's gone again, like a lightning bolt. Oh, God, don't tell me he's going to hide around this corner.
He just turned around the house.
God, he's actually going to just wait there, isn't he?
West side.
Man thinks he's playing Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Tan shorts. Hey, man.
Jesus Christ.
Come on here, I'm going to OC you. Come
here. This might actually be the single worst fleeing attempt I've ever seen. What in tarnation is the thought process here?
Come here, right now.
He is literally doing the Drax, if I stand perfectly still, I'm invisible.
I'm going to OC you. Get on the ground.
He deployed pepper spray, but he just ran through the mist. We're back at it again. The third time for sure.
Come here.
Damn, the officer's really committed to it. I must have hurt like a bitch diving in there. Hey.
Go back to the car.
He's got the spirit. That must have hurt. That must have been painful.
Minutes later, he was located again, laying on his stomach in the woods.
Stop right there. 35, I got him.
Moving you.
Holy shit.
Don't move.
They got him this time.
Put your hands behind your back.
Are we sure it's the same guy?
Now.
This could be anybody.
I got taser. Put your hands behind your back. Push me twice.
I can't. It's too dark. I can't see what's happening.
No, you need a point. I was good. You.
Oh, he is flipping. He's going ballistic.
Let go of me now.
Our transition.
Looks like they got him. I can't believe they found him. What was the charge? Enjoying hide and seek?
You got it right from trooper.
Andrew was charged with felony counts of battery threat to an officer.
And it looks like they got his face shoved into the stinging pine needles down there from the game of hide and seek. He should have covered himself with leaves and sticks. Well, the first time he got away, he probably shouldn't have just hid out in the open with his back turned and nothing else. And then the second time he got away, he probably shouldn't have just stood on a porch. And yeah, the third time probably would have been better if he just like put some branches over him, I think.
An unhinged boat captain completely losing it.
I just watched an unbelievable freakout where an argument between two boat captains escalates to piracy, basically, where one of the dudes boards the other vessel like he's playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's like a scene out of Pirates of the Caribbean before they added in all of VFX. It's so fascinating how this dude just blew a gasket, had a conniption over a problem he himself caused. He was the genesis of this entire thing. So the name of the loose cannon captain is Brock Horner. People are calling him Brock Horny Horner. And he has a very interesting lore. Quite a rap sheet, which we'll get into towards the end. I want to show you the video first. He boarded the boat of someone named Gage, and Gage captured this entire interaction on video and posted it for everyone to see.
What, like 5 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cussing me out?
Nah, that was the dude in that boat. Were you the one that came through the middle of the bridge? Was that you? Yeah, I was here, but you ran in front of the other dude over there.
You were close to me out, dude.
Bro, you ran right through the middle of the bridge while we were all fishing.
In the middle of the fucking night, the guy didn't have any lights on.
Bro, we were all fishing here. All right, bro, I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. I'm not gonna fucking do this with you, bro. Like, it's not the right time, bro.
You know the law?
Bro, you can't come flying through the middle of the fucking bridge, bro.
Bullshit! Yes, I can.
All right, bro.
So a bit of the background. Brock Horner is a charter captain, and he's got some people out with him. 2 of the people on this boat have apparently come forward. I've watched 2 TikTok videos from 2 different people claiming that they were on this boat. Both of them condemning Brock in a big way. They did not like him at all. And they also corroborate that this started when Brock drove his boat really fast under that bridge there, and now he's accusing Gage of cussing him out after he did that. Gage is saying, no, it wasn't me, that was a different boat up there, you disrupted all of us. And Brock believes that it's Gage, and Gage didn't have his lights on, but Gage is saying, no, brother, that wasn't me, that was that guy that cussed you out. But now Gage is getting angry because now Brock is attacking him, so now Gage is cussing him out, for sure, because Brock is looking like a fucking fool right now. He's looking like a full clown.
What are you trying to do, bro?
What am I trying to
What are you trying to do, bro?
You want to fucking go?
I don't want to fucking go. I want you to get the fuck out of here.
Big tough guy?
Tough guy? You pulled up on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You got it.
Not shit. I'm fishing, you fucking... Like, bro, get out of here. Like, what? What are you trying to do? Act like a tough guy in front of your buddies?
No, I'm not. Dude, all these motherfuckers know I'm tough, motherfucker.
Bro, all right, bro.
I will always love that statement, like, no, I'm tough. I am tough, because I'm telling you I'm tough, and everyone here knows it. I'm the toughest there is, and you don't tussle with the muscle. I'm so fucking tough, I'll eat a bowl of rusty nails right now and put 2 fingers in my butt. Well, how about that, huh? What do you feel about that? Like, that's shit Wes Watson does, Pegged Watson. He literally talks like Wes Watson.
You know what?
Get going, bro.
We're all fucking war veterans. We're all ready.
Well, thank you for your service, bro.
And you're gonna talk shit.
Thank you for your service, bro. But that doesn't give you the right.
Pussy ass fuck.
I appreciate you for your service, bro. But you don't gotta run through the middle of the bridge, bro. That's not my guy, bro. That's just another fucking dude, bro.
You have to have lights on.
My lights were on, bro. My lights were on.
You die, nothing happens to me. No, that's the fucking truth, dude.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro. Bro, I said, bro, you almost fucking hit him. The other dude was fucking cussing you out.
Because he didn't have his motherfucking lights on.
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro.
Yeah, you should apologize, motherfucker. More than you can possibly fathom in your one motherfucking truth.
Me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the motherfucking water. Hey, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your motherfucking life.
As he's making the statement that he is the best charter captain you'll ever see in your motherfucking life, he is literally boarding this guy's boat. That is, by law, piracy. That's an act of piracy, basically. Keep in mind, Brock is doing this in front of customers, in front of people on his ship that have paid to be there. But you can see not a single one of them is making a peep here. They are beyond embarrassed. They don't even want their faces to be seen. And the two that have claimed to be there and have spoken out both say that they're really regretful for not stopping this maniac. It's absolute lunacy. So the dude is now, he has fully boarded the other boat. So now Gage has an unwanted, unruly passenger on his boat as he's trying to, like, get away.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Cuss me the fuck in the middle of the...
No, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Okay. Please. I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro. I know I was here, but my buddy was on the boat. Yes, I'm a kid, bro.
I don't care. You don't cuss me the fuck out. Talk shit to me, motherfucker. Don't do it.
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't like cussing you out, though, bro.
You were, dude.
I was driving the boat. No, bro, that was my friend on the. Okay, I'm sorry, bro.
I was just running on the boat.
I'm sorry, bro.
Fuck you both again and watch what fucking happens. Get back on the boat. Don't fucking do it again.
Yes, sir.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do think there's something wrong with Brock Horner himself. He's not the superstar, top of the line, absolute best fucking charter captain this world's ever seen. He's no angel. This statement comes from someone who is both Brock Horner's attorney and his friend, and basically he's saying that Brock is sincerely sorry. He apologizes to Gage and Gage's family and pretty much anyone that put their peepers on the video, commends Gage for the way he handled the situation so it didn't get worse, and that this doesn't represent who Brock is. And since this video went viral, his business has been destroyed and his reputation is damaged and his family has been harassed and threatened. And that some people have questioned his military service and accused him of stolen valor. It then goes on to say that he's a decorated combat veteran who was severely injured in Afghanistan, and basically saying that the stolen valor claims are complete baloney, but that he's not using it as an excuse, even saying that's not an excuse, but it's part of his story. Now, before getting more into the meat and potatoes behind that statement, I will briefly mention that stolen valor claim, because that was a big thing I saw people discussing. Is this actually a case of stolen valor? And I'm not sure. I've seen quite a lot of information conflicting on this topic here, but the big one I see float around is that he was in the Army, but his position was a human resources analyst, not a combat veteran. But what I do know is true is that his business is in the shitter. It went straight into the gutter as a result of this. And it's not like that's without warrant. It makes sense why people would stop doing business with him and why his business would be damaged so much from a video like this coming out. Like, that checks out. I've also seen quite a few posts about things that he is apparently selling now as a result of all of this. So there's been people kind of clowning on him, going, here's the best goddamn charter boat captain in Florida, maybe the world, who's on the water 300 fucking days a year, a combat war veteran with the esteemed Army Rangers. He has been vetted and it has been determined that this is a lie. He was the best goddamn E3 human resources analyst the U.S. Army ever trained. But regardless, the way he behaved, there is no excuse for, there is no justification for whatsoever. Yeah, again, even if Gage was the one behind all of it, his lights were off. He did cuss out Brock. Even if that is all Gage, the way Brock responded to it is still completely unacceptable. Like 100% unacceptable. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it was such an interesting rabbit hole I dived down. So, like I mentioned, 2 of the people that claim to be on that boat have made TikToks talking about it. So, just a crazy freak out. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
May started with Jennifer Aniston's Stalker crashing through her gate.
His name is Jimmy Carwile. He's a 48-year-old mechanic and from Mississippi. On his social media, we found these rambling posts about Jennifer Aniston. I want to be there with you, even right now. And Jen, I am your mirror. We made you perfect.
Unhinged ramblings about his fixation on Jennifer with this fantasy of the two of them getting married. And he would talk about Jennifer Aniston the same way you'll see some people talk about Genshin Impact characters. Like, he was just going on and on about romance and love and how they're like destined to be together. She was to be his queen, and it gets really fucking weird.
He even writes about marrying the actress, even addressing her by her new fantasy name. I know I make you smile, Mrs. Jennifer Joanna Carwile. And there's this. The truth, Jen, when you were a child, you wanted to be my wife.
For the most part, a lot of it is just incoherent mumbo jumbo. And that last one there, what the fuck even is that? I can't even understand what he's trying to say there. When she was a child, she wanted to be his wife. What in tarnation? Jennifer Aniston's almost 10 years older than this guy, so it's not like he could have been stalking her since she was a child, unless he built a time machine in his hot tub to travel back so he could stalk her as a kid, and he's also like a pedophile. Like, I have no idea what he's even trying to say. Like, it is absolute fucking gibberish.
Today, a patrol vehicle sits outside Jennifer Aniston's front gate as the man who's accused of crashing through it remains behind bars without bail. Lou Palumbo was Jennifer Aniston's former bodyguard and protects many celebrity clients. He spoke with our producer, Emma Cady.
You said he used to work for Jennifer. Is that the type of person you would be worried about?
A real brain buster of a question. Is that psychopath crashing through her front gate someone you think we should be a little concerned with? You as an expert in bodyguarding, do you think that's someone that would be like a red flag put on your radar as a potential threat? Like, no shit, yeah, obviously. And the guy's like, absolutely. Yeah, he's an obsessed fucking freak. Of course. I'm not entirely sure what the question was hoping to illuminate there. You don't need to be a connoisseur of protecting a human being to know that someone like this is a dangerous individual, someone who is obsessively typing for years about a fantasy relationship and actually flying out to meet them multiple times, trying to meet them, and then eventually crashing into their estate to meet them again, is a problem person, is a bad fucking apple. Like, anybody knows that. That is a very interesting question to ask. Now, he has been taken into custody, and he is facing some charges, and he appeared in court.
Well, she just wants to tell him something.
I don't believe him staying away from Miss Aniston will be an issue at this time.
Well, it has been an issue. Yours, the retrospective, their residence, place of employment. Mr. Carwile, listen to what I'm saying. Please don't respond. You're not to have any contact with Jennifer Aniston under any conditions. You're to stay 100 yards away from.
He actually looks like those old paintings of Socrates, and he appeared in court shirtless with like a blanket covering him, but he had his fucking pepperonis peeking out from behind it. He was airing his nipples out in court. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know that was allowed. I thought that'd be like an immediate contempt or something. So what you were just hearing right now is a judge is ordering a mental competency evaluation before going forward with all the criminal proceedings. But in the meantime, Carwile is not allowed within 100 yards of Jennifer Aniston. But this appearance here I thought was just so fascinating. He 100% looks like a sociopath. Like a caricature of what you think of when you think of like an obsessed stalker psycho. Now, the wife of Mr. Carwile has actually given an interview to Daily Mail, apparently, and she sheds a lot of light on this. So according to her, the last time she saw him was September of 2024 when he traveled to California to begin his adventure with Jennifer Aniston. He had allegedly made 2 previous attempts, but turned up no results there, and this was his 3rd venture out there, his 3rd expedition. She said she believed that Jimmy just got a bit aggravated because he couldn't meet the star when explaining why he rammed his car into the gate. I think a bit aggravated is underselling it a little bit. There are few things that would ever elicit that kind of anger that would warrant crashing your car into something. That is dangerous fury. So then she goes on to say that her husband is a great guy, but he had started struggling with mental illness. It's something that's between him and his maker. Mental illness is real. It does not discriminate. He's going through a lot right now. He believed he was Jesus Christ and she was supposed to be his queen. His mentality is nothing like it used to be. Something has triggered him. I don't know if he's having a midlife crisis or what. She's right on the money. Stalking entirely is a mental illness. He is 100% suffering from a mental illness, a very dangerous one. Everyone who stalks does. Now, this guy is also taking it to another level where he is now aggressively stalking violently. He is crashing his car into the home of his victim. Now, she added that he'd reportedly began this obsession in 2023 and was sending her a series of alarming messages, including emails, voicemails, and social media messages. She said he was going there because he was going to meet up with Jennifer. He was going to go see her. He actually thought he was going to meet Jennifer. I guess he was speaking with her. He had the impression that Jennifer Aniston and he were going to talk and meet. So naturally, he's doing what anyone would do. He went across the country. I found that statement to be a little, concerning that she would say, naturally, he's doing what anybody would do. This is not something sane people do under any circumstances, where they'd go across the country because they believed that they had a chance at meeting a complete stranger that would fall in love with them. That is very dangerous ways of thinking. So she says that Carwile believed he would meet up with the actress. He thought maybe she's just going to meet a guy to take a chance. That's the way he was thinking. Obviously, I feel bad for the wife in this because this is something she's been dealing with for 2 years now, where her husband keeps going out to California to be with another woman, to try and have another woman fall in love with him. And he is actively engaging in this at home too, sending messages to another woman obsessed with somebody else. Like, that must be miserable. Now, from what I've seen, Jimmy's looking up at a potential 3 years in prison for this stunt with the charges that he's got. So I guess we'll see how it all shakes out. But I read about this today and thought it was fucking peculiar. So I just wanted to share it a bit. That's it. See ya.
Sovereign citizens arguing with cops.
Most insufferable sovereign citizen ever, and this one turns into a chase. Sure.
2025.
This is recent.
Initiated a traffic approaching the vehicle. Officers observed that the plate displayed the text, Moorish National of the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. Based on this information, officers...
That's my favorite place.
The plate is being associated...
What, you've never been to Morris Land? What, you live under a rock?
632
Grow up. I hope he drops the I'm traveling line, yeah. I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
So where are you from? You said Morocco?
We're from State, Illinois. I'm from Illinois State Bar.
All right, I need a license. You need a license to drive. What are you doing?
Driving is when
you're driving. We're not going to do the whole sovereign citizen.
Come on.
That's what you're explaining to me. You're saying...
I'm not explaining it.
You're saying you just have
I have a nationality card,
right,
which is recognized by the Department of Justice.
Oh, I need a license.
I'm not driving. I'm driving.
You're driving.
She said it.
On the road.
Yes, the classic. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Yes. I don't know who started this. I can say with like a high level of confidence it was a 4chan meme that people actually ran with. But that is the most commonly regurgitated line when it comes to sovereign citizens. I'm almost positive it was a 4chan meme where like it was a checkmate maneuver where if you're accused of being like whatever and they mention driving, you correct them and say you're not driving and it's traveling, and it's like you get away no matter what. Like that's like the number one maneuver you can do. It has never once in the history of fucking police stops ever worked. It's so good. I absolutely love that one. Like, no matter how many infinite examples you can pull from of that line not working, people still use it to this day. And I'm talking like 10, 15 years later. I remember being in high school seeing videos with that whole traveling line, and they still, as of March 2nd, 2025, believe that it works. The fucking I'm not driving dialogue tree. I don't get sovereign citizen stuff. Do they actually believe it, or they just think that it's get out of jail card? Half and half. There's some people that truly believe it, and the other half just think that it's part of like this strategy to like get out of a traffic stop, which it's not. It never has, and never will.
Can't give it to you. My constantly said I can't give you my ID.
Okay, so there's no.
Well, then she's free to go.
We need your driver's license.
Is that what it was based on? It's an interpretation of the Constitution saying you can travel anywhere in the U.S. If so, that is adorable.
It doesn't matter. You're driving a motor vehicle on the roadway in the United States of America. You're driving a car.
This is an engine. It doesn't have a motor engine.
We're not going to play these games.
Oh boy.
Identify yourself.
She's good.
I'm United States jurisdiction, so I don't have to instruct you with FINRA.
What was that first name?
NIA.
All right.
Last name.
This vehicle is its own domain. It's not part of the land.
What'd you say?
You have to identify yourself, or else you go to jail.
Jail? Jail? I think not, buddy. She's not part of the United States of America. Are you not listening? You can't throw her in jail. She's immune.
You need a driver's license to drive on the roadways.
That's if I'm transporting goods, services, and people. I'm just traveling by myself.
That's another one you hear a lot. Like when they do try and say like you're driving the car, if they shut down the traveling thing. I have heard that before about like, no, I can't be driving. I'm not transporting goods, services, or people. Can't be driving. This is traveling. Don't you know the difference?
Yeah, those are nonsense. I usually try to avoid them because it's actually the first time I've seen one of these. So,
They're talking about sovereign citizenry like it's a rare Pokemon in the tall grass.
The VIN is taped up as well.
Granted, it's not as popular today as it once was.
She's playing the whole sovereign citizen thing.
You do need license plates to drive on the roadways in the United States.
Not driving.
Well, I'm not a United States citizen, so I don't need no driver's license.
You're not a United States citizen? Where are you a citizen of?
I just want to
Supervisor's right here.
I speak to him all the time.
Supervisor, welcome.
Hold on, I can talk to you.
No, I'm not coming outside. I can talk to you right here.
I can't hear you.
I said, I'm not outside.
Oh, they're gonna slash your tires.
Under arrest if you're on exploit.
I mean, yes, I have to. But my car is private. So that's why I'm operating private.
Okay. For right now, we're going to have you step out of the car. We got the legal right to ask you to
I
step
like
out.
that. I'm operating privately in here.
I'm going to keep explaining the same thing to you. Huh?
I said, why are you all trying to intimidate me?
We're not trying to intimidate you. I've been trying to cooperate with.
Oh. Oh shit. Well, hey, she's not a U.S. citizen. We're powerless here. And she's also not driving. That car is traveling. We can do nothing. She's got Jarvis. Jarvis, unfuck my situation. Right away, ma'am. Steps on it. Oh, big maneuver there.
While attempting to evade the police, she chose to call 911.
I'm getting chased by policy enforcers because they don't like my tag. I tried to give them proper identification, which is a nationality card, and they refuse to accept the nationality card because they're trying to say I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't even know what that is. I gave them proper. Yes.
Biggest load of baloney I've ever heard. That is absolute hogwash. You don't know what a sovereign citizen is. You've used every single line verbatim from the sovereign citizen playbook. That is a load of malarkey.
I need to speak to a sheriff.
Well, you're not in sheriff's jurisdiction. You are in the jurisdiction of Parma and Parma Heights Police.
Ma'am, I just need to speak to a sheriff.
I understand that, ma'am, but you're not in the jurisdiction of the sheriff. You're in the Parma and Parma Heights
She's
Police.
doing a great job. Like, all things considered, she's in the middle of a low-speed chase, but she is very calm and collected right now. I appreciate that. This almost feels scripted. You know what I mean? This almost feels like a Need for Speed, where you're getting, like, some dialogue in between, like, your missions. This is really impressive stuff from her.
Well, they're not gonna stop chasing until you pull over and speak to them.
Ma'am, I don't know what's going on.
Watch this. Ramps it off a tow truck. They'll stop chasing now.
To pull over and speak to the officers.
Oh, God, not the pit maneuver. You can't execute a pit maneuver on a sovereign citizen. It's immune. There's like a force field around the vehicle.
Have you pulled over me?
Oh, my God, wait. I was just talking about this. I was wondering why they don't use the grappler anymore, like the James Bond gadget from Q's lab. They actually just hit her with it. They actually used the grapple. Oh my God, they busted it out for this. It's about time. That shit is so cool.
Ma'am?
What's her name?
It's Naya. Or Nia.
Naya, step out of the car!
Radio, are you still on?
It's not a car. It's a vessel.
Naya, open the door and step out!
Not a door. It's a portal.
Keep coming, I got commands.
It's an engine. Oh, I forgot she said, yeah, it's just an engine.
That's it, she's the only one. Back up.
A horseless carriage. I've seen that one done before. Yes. This is not a car. It's a horseless carriage. I have seen that.
Coming back. Right back on the sidewalk. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Step to your right.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We've had a wonderful conversation.
Stomach, put your hands behind your back. Lay down on your stomach.
Man, she looks really upset.
Thank you.
Hey, good job, man. Thank you.
Let this be a lesson to everyone driving.
What was the lesson?
No, you gotta load him.
He just stops. He stopped in the middle of a sentence. Let this be a lesson to everyone driving, and then nothing. Just silence. What's the takeaway?
Successful?
No, this is the first successful one.
Oh, glad we got one for you. Thanks. Glad we got one for you. Appreciate it.
1 out of 3 is not bad.
Helping out. It's the only way. She wasn't stopping.
What the fuck is sovereign citizen? What the fuck does sovereign citizen mean? It depends who you ask, man. It's a bunch of baloney. It's actual just baloney. Sovereign citizen takes GSP on wild back road pursuit. It's crazy how GSP always has the weirdest chases. This guy going out there in a goddamn doohickey. That is neither a moped nor a motorcycle. It is some weird no man's land in between, I think, from the thumbnail. Just kind of a wholesome stroll through the backwoods. I hear him speeding up.
Pull over! Motherfucker, pull over!
And I can hear it happening. There we go. Welcome back. Honk your horn, you'll probably scare him. Oh shit!
They just hit the side of my car, fell right onto the dirt road. All through a field, going off the field.
Oh boy. Now we're deep in the Lord's land. If he makes it to a cornfield, our goose is cooked. Man, hats off to the little bike though. It's still cooking out here. No shot.
They just went on down the dirt road, down the ditch. I can't get down.
Oh, he's good. He did not want to take his car over that. He was 10 steps ahead the whole time. To think that I doubted him. How do we know he's a sovereign citizen? Unless I can't understand what he said because it's all muffled and shit. He didn't use any of the sovereign citizen lingo or lines or anything. How do we know this guy's just not a enjoyer of long bike rides during a police chase? He said he didn't have a license, so he ran. Doesn't feel like a sovereign citizen moment.
And one of the most insane Tampa police chases ever recorded.
Pinellas County? I know exactly where that's at. This is actually in Tampa. Wait, this is huge. Well, it's at Tampa adjacent. Anything I recognize, I just immediately rope into Tampa. 1 man, 3 stolen cars, 7 wrecks, and a swim for freedom. Okay.
Carjacking a couple at the wheel.
This is trailer 3.
Dash cam footage.
Yeah, I do like how it's set up very GTA-esque. It is unbelievable how big body cams have become. There are thousands of body cams uploaded every day now.
How's this driving? Extremely signal 12. Driver doors flapping in the wind.
Oh, he almost... Man, that would have been tragic if he had just ruined that old school hot rod. I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but this is... It looks like a piece of candy corn. I'm assuming it's some kind of old, like, 1950s Ford concept car or something. I don't know what it is. That shit is weird. It's a Plymouth Prowler. It's early 2000s. That shows what I know about cars. This is early 2000s? That's so embarrassing. What the fuck, man? If this was like the 50s or something, it'd be cool. That's just kind of cringe. I wish I recognized the area, but I don't know Pinellas County all that well. Now, if he gets closer out to, like, the main hub of Pinellas, like around Titan's card shop or something.
2 units.
I don't know why this guy's yelling at me.
We gotta get this guy stopped. Yeah.
You'll drop an EMP. Deploy. You have my authorization.
Oh, right. Where we got the copy of it. Oh.
Eagle, give me the radio.
Did you just bail out? What was that? Just full swung open his car door?
Yeah, Eagle, I would qualify this as extremely dangerous driving. He's coming up to the Lakeview.
I would concur. This is extremely dangerous driving. Hard copy. Still don't know this area yet. I don't know Lakeview Road. Can we try and push him to an area I'm more familiar with? I'll strategize on a trap for him.
Over the Knolls Trail. Oh, we're on 4 Bravo's.
Clearwater, Largo.
Is that correct?
We're getting... I know Clearwater better. If he wants to go out that way. I can give you like little lore tidbits during the chase. If we can get a little deeper into Clearwater. Oh my god, if he goes past the only Perkins left in Florida on Clearwater, then we'll have ourselves a real special chase. That man will probably just pull himself over to get some potato pancakes from there, I'll tell you what. Maybe that's the strategy. Maybe that's where he's going.
Through 8th Avenue Northwest.
Oh my god, that was close.
Gosh, yeah. We gotta get 6 ahead of this guy. He's gonna kill something.
Yeah, that was scary. Yikes.
Do we have squad 3 units on here? He's bobbing and weaving through traffic. He's on the brakes, up on the sidewalk now to pass a car.
Man, this guy is really reckless. He's putting that bitch on the sidewalk, too. Doesn't even help him. He's just doing it for the love of the sport.
Drive.
He said, I can, so I will. I think, therefore I am.
High rate of speed, 20th Street Northwest.
He's actually a good driver. That is a take I see in every single chase we ever watch. Brother, what about this makes you think he is a good driver? He hits 7 cars. He can't even keep his car door closed. He has almost wrecked multiple times already. He is like the furthest thing from a good driver. Just because he's like high out of his mind or some shit and is not afraid to just go on a sidewalk or over the median or the wrong way does not make him a good driver. He is actually just complete dog shit as a driver. All he's doing is just stepping on the gas and then just kind of pinballing sometimes.
All right, he's going to be heading to the beach. But
oh, if he makes it to the beach, I'm going to know the area.
All right, passing Bluffview Drive.
I'm about to be a cornucopia of knowledge here.
The beach.
So I do know the causeway. Well, everyone knows the causeway. There's not a whole lot of special things here. But once he gets to the other side of the causeway, things are about to open up. How has bro not run out of gas? Brother, it has been 9 minutes. Why would he have run out of gas in 9 minutes? What is happening? What am I reading right now? The goddamn electric scooter wouldn't have run out of charge by now. Let alone a fucking full-blown car.
No, nobody. I can't see anybody around him, but he is extremely dangerous. Southbound on Gulf Boulevard.
Yeah, now he's kind of in the heart of it.
He almost ran over a motorcyclist and his own caused about 6 signal bores or more. Past 6th Street. Looks like he's getting
yeah. He's not afraid to go extremely fast at all times.
I'm going to carjack a Corvette.
Oh, is he armed? He 100% is armed. Yikes. Wait, he's not armed. Okay, maybe I'm on the crack pipe. Am I stupid or does he not have a weapon?
He's coming to carjack a Corvette.
There's nothing in his hand. Was he just doing finger guns like it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1?
A black male, blue shirt, blue jeans. Rock, get up there. All right, that car just set off.
What the fuck?
Red car.
Holy shit.
Gulf Boulevard.
The civilian made the right call there.
Go forward.
Hit him with coffee. I'm doing. All right.
Pit maneuver online.
The sidewalk past the car. Just ran the road. This guy has no regard for anybody else on the road. On the
he just sideswiped that car back there. Oh, Jesus.
Just go forward. On the Gravity Bill, 4th Avenue. Out of the car, running southbound. He's trying to carjack another Mustang, a black Mustang.
What the fuck?
Get the little lamp up here. You're good. And, all right, he just carjacked this Mustang. Taking off in a black convertible Mustang. Southbound on Gulf Boulevard.
Wow. What the fuck? Pressed Y. Yeah, I guess. Wow. Yeah, I think it was just like a shock thing. Bro, I'd do the same. This guy's insane. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're in a tough spot.
Oh, wait, I recognize this. Yeah, JD's. Okay, now we're in an area I somewhat know. Not super well, like I've never been here, but I've driven by it. Now we're in familiar territory.
Second Avenue, going the wrong way on the one-way street on First Street. He's fishtailing. He doesn't have that tire.
Anything interesting about this area? Not really. Nothing super interesting that I can share. I guess the only thing is, like, people know how big, like, Scientology is in this area. Clearwater is basically where it started. It's got, like, the giant Scientology church, but I don't think he's taking us there. I don't remember where it is relative to JD's, so I don't think you're going to see it. But that's kind of, like, the only big thing in the area. And the beach.
Guys, please give me the radio. He's on the bike path on the wrong side of the road, back over to the right side of the road, southbound.
Now there is another fun tidbit before we get into what seems to be the climax here. There is the first Hooters in or maybe it's the second, in Clearwater. I think he's going the right direction for the Hooters. So there is a chance we get there, but I'm not certain. It could have been the other way. Again, I don't remember where JD is here.
Yeah, there's a deputy behind him.
Right.
He's still southbound. He's all over the road.
Damn, that piece flew.
He's fishtailing. He's continuing southbound.
Oh my god. This is a crazy chase.
The cruiser still southbound.
How did I not hear about this?
Higher speed.
It is in my neck of the woods. I feel like I would have heard about this one. This one's nuts.
Over off the bike lane.
He's carjacked 2 cars in one chase. Hit a ton of other cars as well. He is literally driving this like it's on a fucking ice skating rink. Oh my god, that was the worst pit maneuver I've ever seen in my life. That was actually fucking horrifying. He pit maneuvered him into people. Oh god. Yikes. And this guy, luckily he didn't get hit, but I bet falling down on the concrete like that did not feel good. Totally unrelated fall. Definitely not unrelated. He saw what happened, panicked, and tried to turn around and run, but lost his footing. It's not unrelated.
Right, he just signaled.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, I'm not taking a chance here. Wow. Was that the other officer that came in and just fucking steamrolled it?
Right, he just signaled.
It was. The other officer came in and then just hit the car again, nearly running over those 2 men. They are inches away. Actual inches away. It's like when the cops pile on SpongeBob. Yeah, that was a crazy call to do that. This poor car here, to have the cop also pile on there is nuts. And the guy still somehow gets away. He starts crashing through the fence in the back.
He's all over the place. He's hitting the fence. He's down 199.
Jesus Christ.
Outside the building. Driving to the east. All right, he just signaled forward.
Oh my god, the cop completely fucking missed. Yikes. Oh my god. That cop just full-blown T-bones that other car. I cannot believe everyone walked away from this completely okay. Thank god. That is... Okay, this is definitely where it ends.
Running north down.
A little tush push there, big, very big. Textbook.
19931.
He's trying to get away in the Gulf.
He's in the mangrove all the way out by the edge of the wall.
He's going for it.
Make sure they got EMS coming for this wreck over here.
He's floating away. The current's taking him.
You gotta get over it.
Tasers will crit in water. True. It's almost majestic.
Yeah.
We got a boat coming.
Yeah. What's he getting out now? A harpoon gun?
So what's that?
Can you please grab this pole?
It's over. It's over, dude. Oh.
Got him.
Turn over.
That was without a doubt the most reckless chase I've ever seen happen in Tampa.
What did you eat? So we know how to save you.
I went and grabbed some shit.
Okay.
So I could bring it to you guys. Just keep it off the streets.
Okay. So why did you eat it when you jumped in the water? Let me know what it was.
Oh, he's misunderstood. He's an anti-hero. He grabbed the drugs to keep them off the streets from others, while wrecking all kinds of innocent people's vehicles and carjacking them. Okay. I see now. He's like Batman. Wow. What a guy. What a fucking guy.
So EMS can help you. Was it crack?
He's like the Punisher for real. So true.
Yeah, you
It
got
really is. No, it looks like this is all Florida. Here's Pinellas County again. He's trying to create a universal crack anti-venom. That's probably what it is. He's ingesting all of the crack on the streets of Tampa to ensure that no one else can get it and that he can create the cure using his blood. That's probably what it is.
Rented a 430, I thought he slick. Pushed it too far, now the highway's lit.
This is AI music. This is huge. The production in this is next level. Yeah, this is definitely an AI Suno track, no doubt.
License been gone since 23. Didn't even flinch when he hit that FHP. Ran the car.
What the fuck? It's a full-blown music video.
He ran the car, thought he was gone.
June was all about consequences finally catching up.
It's been a long time coming, but we're finally reaching the point where annoying, destructive pranksters are getting arrested more and more frequently. It is glorious. I'm going to talk about someone that I know none of you have ever heard of. His name is Tommy Tough Knuckles. That's actually what he calls himself. Something an 11-year-old would have named themselves on Xbox Live in 2004. He's now been slapped with 8 criminal charges, a nice charcuterie board of consequences.
Kyle, you wanted attention, now you got it.
But Kyle Vasquez had trouble navigating all the attention at court today. Big trouble. First, an obscene gesture.
Hey, what are you doing? What? We're not doing that.
Yep, he's handling it exactly how you'd expect someone like him to. Like a bitch.
Now to the arrest in Suffolk County of a prankster clamoring for online fame.
Yeah, 21-year-old Kyle Vasquez is accused of being behind a string of bizarre incidents in Center Reach and Selden that he allegedly recorded.
Tommy Tough Knuckles, and I'm the reason why these egg prices are so high.
Police at a Chinese restaurant where police say he spilled the beans. The restaurant releasing this surveillance video to show what they were subjected to, all for likes on social media.
This is his bread and butter content where he just goes to random restaurants and businesses and makes a mess for them to clean up as he leaves and celebrates. So pouring beans on himself, eggs, milk, that kind of thing. And that's it. That's his prank. We get a peek behind the curtain here and get to see his cameraman friend, and he's just as much of a fucking douchebag weirdo as his prankster buddy. He's wearing sunglasses at night inside while filming this. I've said this a lot, and I do mean this. I think the life of a prankster's cameraman is even more sad than the prankster itself, because at least in a case like this, Tommy Tinkle Titties, whatever, he gets some money from it. The cameraman gets nothing. No one knows his name. He doesn't see a dime from it in almost every single one of these cases. He is literally the cuck that has to film his friend getting paid for garbage. Actually, how do you look yourself in the mirror and not feel immense shame for what a failure you are to end up in a position that you're filming Tommy Tough Knuckles pouring beans on himself in a restaurant and get nothing for it? It's such a waste. Like, you really need to reanalyze how you got to this point and make some serious changes, because it is pathetic. Now, he does a ton of these. These are the two that the news organizations kept playing, but he's got others like Atozi showed his 15K special where he does the same shit with milk and then throws milk on some random woman that was walking by. But this trash was just the tip of the iceberg for Tommy Buttfuckles. He ended up doing a couple of videos where he would go up to strangers and say, like, he has an emergency, he urgently needs to use the bathroom. Can they please let him use the bathroom? And people being nice actually did let him into their home to use the restroom after he told them all this, and he was secretly filming them to humiliate them for their act of kindness.
But the felony counts were far worse, authorities telling us Vasquez unlawfully recorded 2 private homeowners with an undercover camera in Selden and Center Reach to mock them for allowing him inside.
Of recording these videos unlawfully and sharing them on social media.
I just need to use the bathroom. I got kicked out, yeah. I have like a bunch of felonies and stuff, so.
In this video, he jokes about having a criminal record, and while he profits from likes and views on his page...
But he ordered 5 cheeseburgers with a side of attention, and now he's really upset that that attention is being served to him. So the reporters being there is making him very mad. And in every clip that the reporters are there, he tries to like say, fuck you guys. And he like gives them the finger, and then the cop immediately brings him back down to earth by just towering over him and reminding him that he is just a tiny little worm. It is so cute, actually. Like, he wanted this attention so bad, and now he's crying about it. It's entirely his own fault for being a clout-obsessed goblin creature. Now he's made a bigger mess of his life than all of the eggs he poured on himself in restaurants and shit. He did it to himself. To secretly record people being nice after you've told them like you're going through something bad and really need to use the restroom is crazy. The prank was to humiliate people for being kind to you. Hey everyone, make fun of these fucking idiots for believing my story. I could have been a murderer. Everyone make fun of these guys. Ha ha ha. Dummies.
Tough Knuckles, not so tough as he then bolted from us at the courthouse, free till his next court appearance, but shielded by friends who came here mostly to twerk.
Holy Toledo, did you see that sprinting speed from Tommy Buttfuckles? All the makings of a varsity athlete right there. What was that, a 10-second 40-yard dash? Heavens to Betsy. Right into the open arms of his supportive group of pals there. That look like you can smell them from across the room, these fucking dweebs. Busting out the gritty, ironically. Oh, God. Like, surrounding yourself with just yes-men enablers that are encouraging this behavior is just unhinged, man. I just don't understand why nobody in the meatball sub-brigade over here could have sat Kyle down and told him to stop, that it's a terrible idea and it's a really piece of shit thing to do. All of his content, by the way, is just harassing normal people and businesses and employees. Like, another prank that he loves to do is the friend stuck in the stall prank, where he would go up to workers at businesses and say that one of his friends is having an emergency in the bathroom and he's stuck. Can you go free him? So they would go in to try and free them. But it turns out no one was stuck in the bathroom. It was all there to make the employee look stupid. There was no one stuck in the bathroom. There was a friend in the other stall saying, what are you doing? This is crazy. I'm going to sue you. Why are you coming in on the bathroom while I'm doing my business? That kind of thing. Just all of his content is just harassing other people. And now the second that news is there saying like, hey, Tommy, you got the attention you want. How is it feeling? He has the gall to start getting an attitude about it. He even launched a GoFundMe for his legal defense. Keep the laughs coming. Kyle, the only laugh you've ever delivered is getting arrested. The laughs are coming because you've been arrested. No one wants to see that stop, man. This is the only good thing that you have ever done, is get fucking arrested. Like, that is the only time you've made anybody laugh, Kyle. Now, since his arrest, get this, these kind of pranks have stopped. He's playing things really safe. He's like eating food now for videos. Like, imagine that. If you actually punish someone's bad behavior, it stops. Wow. I can't fucking believe it. Anyway, I really hope this trend continues of finally starting to step in and stop this kind of dog shit, because when you do start to give consequences to someone that's just endlessly harassing people in public for content, it stops it. It puts the kibosh on it. So let's keep doing that. That's really about it. See ya.
The Liver King situation somehow got even worse.
Yes, I've seen everything that's been happening with the Liver King recently. This is someone that I've talked about over the years, and recently it's pretty clear something has happened to his mental. It's downright sad and scary, actually. He got arrested like 2 days ago now for making terroristic threats against Joe Rogan, even going so far as to travel to Austin, seemingly with the sole purpose of attacking him, or, in his words, challenging him and fighting him honorably.
Toward anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did.
He's going around feral on all fours here, and then mentions how he's going to need the hand of a loved one to remember that feeling for what he did. But it's never clear where this even really comes from. People can only speculate and come up with game theories on what even started this in the first place, but it's very concerning behavior here. Like, the videos he's posted reminds me of the Joker tape from The Dark Knight. It feels like he's perpetually trying to cut a WWE promo targeting Joe Rogan here, but when he's doing these call-outs, it really does seem like an extreme threat against Joe Rogan's life. And a lot of it is incomprehensible. So a ton of like non sequiturs jumping all over the place. So it's incoherent. So it'll be like, you and I are going to fight one-on-one. This is a formal challenge, pugilistic, the old-fashioned way. I'm going to come over there. I'm going to rip those giant nipples right off your chest, those cow udders. I'm going to wipe my whole ass with them. And then, have you ever had a dream that you thought you had and you wanted and you didn't do anything? I think it's very clear that there is actually a serious problem that he is facing mentally, that is. I don't know how long it's been happening. I haven't kept up with the Liver King as much as I did during like the whole steroid thing, but it is very concerning. And even when it's not about Joe Rogan, his posts are just generally alarming.
I'm going to make a quick video to weigh myself right now. In case you didn't know, I take shits on the ground. This is where I lay in the shower. I lay here on the ground. That's my enema bucket. This is my enema bucket right there. And that's what I'm about to do, is I'm going to try and get a shit worked out. But I'm going to weigh myself so that it's official.
No idea why his face was all cut up or why he's trying to drop the official shit statistics here and pooping on the ground and weighing himself for preparation of the poop. It's the reason I'm even showing like these moments is because all of this has built up to what's happened with him being arrested for the terroristic threats against Joe Rogan. And even though he got arrested and he has since been released after the arrest with an ankle monitor, he is continuing to make the threats. Literally like 15 minutes after being released, he went and started posting more videos making threats against him.
Good morning, primals. From the vibration plate of the greatest state in the world, Austin, Texas. Texas is the state, just to be clear. Bags under my eyes, haven't slept a whole lot. And it's been an amazing gift. When you fracture the physical, don't sleep, don't eat much, drink much. You go deeper into something else. You get to maybe express something else. Something else. Ask me what the password is to Wi-Fi. I can't wait to share it.
He's made more than just this video here, but I think this one really encapsulates everything that he's kind of been posting. He did make another video going on all fours in the hotel hallway, allegedly, but that one's been deleted, or at the very least, I can't find it. But in this one, you can see when he's rambling here, the thoughts aren't connected. He doesn't look well. Now, I'm not here to try and like say it's all because of his diet. He ate so much raw meat, raw nutsack and testicles that he used to love to preach about, and he gave himself brain worms, and now this is the result. I have no clue what's actually led to this. All I know is that there is something seriously wrong. He is supposed to be undergoing psychiatric evaluation to check his mental state. Joe Rogan has said that he's never even really had any interaction with Liver King, so no one really knows what started all of this and why. But he is not planning on stopping anytime soon with trying to find and fight Joe Rogan from the sound of things.
We're going to go somewhere today here in Austin. If anybody knows where Seth Rogen's, the other version of him that rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where its family's going to be today, if you could let my team know so that we can stay within 200 yards, not close to them, to stay away from them. Oh, please, actually, I redact that. Don't do anything to their family.
That's crazy. Basically, like trying to get the UAV online here to locate him and his family to be aware of at all times. He then goes to try and wipe that from the record about like, no, don't do that. We just want to make sure that I'm not violating the restraining order. Wink, wink is kind of the impression there. It is a really odd thing to hear. And it's not like he needed to post this video. He could have not posted it.
Who's it with? Seth Rogen. It's with Seth Rogen. And what's it for? Family.
Now he's saying Seth Rogen now because he can't explicitly say Joe Rogan, but he does say like the other Rogan, we know that rhymes with blow, Joe Blow, you know, that kind of thing. So he's now trying to like wiggle around the restrictions here by throwing Seth Rogen under the bus. He's dropping the primal titties on him here now, saying like it's with Seth Rogen, but he means Joe. And I have to imagine posting these kind of videos isn't helping his case. He is continuing to make the same threats that landed him in jail in the first place. Now, it's not just his mentality that seems to have been like poisoned and rotting and whatever's going on there. His body, there is something going on with like his entire being. In some of the videos he's posted, like he looks so unwell physically. Like in this video, for example, this is another video where he explicitly says, I'm calling you out, Joe Rogan, I'm picking a fight with you, and he's holding 2 weapons. Look at his stomach. It's distended and his belly button looks like a prolapsed anus. His whole torso looks inflamed and infected. That belly button, though, I'm pretty confident is an umbilical hernia. It seems like his intestines are desperately trying to leave the battle bus here through his belly button. That cannot be healthy. Like it looks like in Left 4 Dead right before the boomer blows up, but he's not like fat. I think it's just like so much juice or something here. I don't know, but it does not look normal. So yeah, the Liver King update here is a sad one, because I remember when it came out about all the steroids he used, he made a big statement about like, you know, he wasn't happy about it and he wanted to make that change. And it doesn't seem like that ever happened, and things have only gotten worse for him. I do genuinely hope he gets the help that he needs here, because it is something he is going to need professional help with, I imagine. And overall, just a very concerning spiral here from Liver King.
July confirmed someone was actually going to jail.
That's right, another TikTok prankster is going to jail. This is not another one of those disappointing cases where these weenies get arrested, but it's just like this foreplay that ends with a slap on the wrist and no real repercussions. They have been sentenced. He will be seeing the inside of a jail cell, going to the Slammer, the Thunderdome, baby. We are entering the golden age of pranks, where all these turbo dork-ass losers are finally getting consequences for these pranks, which pranking has basically just become synonymous with terrorism. They're not pranks. They just actively harm as many people around them as possible, just being a detriment to the entire world. This miasma of fucking cringe, a plague sweeping through due to a terminal clout obsession. This is an update to someone I covered like 6 or 7 months ago. His name is Wolfie. His whole online presence was dedicated to harassing strangers, throwing things at strangers at a mall, including like a dead bird and shit. But the one that got him arrested and will now be landing him in jail is where he attempted to poison people for a prank.
Social media influencer accused of spraying bug killer on food at a Valley Walmart, then posting the video of him committing the crime online, was just sentenced to 1 year in prison. 28-year-old Charles Smith said in court that it was all supposed to be a prank, but the judge didn't see it that way.
There is no sane human being on the planet that would see biological warfare like this as a prank, just some kind of goof. All just a practical joke, Your Honor. You just don't understand. It's lunacy. He poisoned so much food that actually could have just killed people. And then he tried to make it right after a lot of people contacted authorities. So he did go back and try and get the food off the shelves and get it away from people. But it took a little bit. The food could have easily been purchased by someone in that time, and he still contaminated other surrounding items, including the bins that they were in. So if any other food would ever go in there, or if a kid would go by and touch it, they would then be subjected to a potential contamination from the poison that he was spraying on all of it. It is unhinged. And as was mentioned in the broadcast there, he has been sentenced to 1 year in prison. I think it's a little lenient, considering this is just a career criminal that just happens to film all of their crimes for money online, generating some online updoots from absolute fucking cretins that find this content entertaining. I think he got off really easy, all things considered here, but I still think this is cause for celebration, so get the nipple clamps and tap dancing shoes on, because we've got a little something to be joyful about, that he will be going to jail.
I'd just like to formally apologize for my actions from last year and that I've become a better person.
Charles Smith, also known as Wolfie Party on social media, saying in court he is sorry for this video. Taken in December at this Mesa Walmart, where police say he stole a can of bug killer and recorded himself spraying it all over fruits, vegetables, and rotisserie chickens.
Buddy is singing here. Anything to reduce the time he'll spend behind bars, so he's trying to issue an apology here. He drops the classic line, the most meaningless platitude you've heard a million times before, about how he's become a better person now than who he was a year ago when he was poisoning all that food, and all the times that he was harassing strangers and potentially hurting strangers for his pranks and all the crimes he committed. He's grown a lot. He actually bought a V-Bucks gift card and gave it to an orphanage, I heard. So he has gone through quite the character arc, from poisoning people, trying to pile up corpses for his prank online, to being the saint we see before us now.
This crime was absolutely outrageous and exceedingly dangerous.
Which is why he was arrested, charged, and ultimately pleaded guilty to poisoning. But that wasn't the only charge Smith was facing in court. Smith is known for these kinds of videos on social media. Others include what appears to be him locking people inside a Goodwill, throwing food at people at the mall, and even throwing a dead bird at fast food workers. He was facing charges related to theft at a Mesa Bosa Donuts and for causing more than $10,000 of damage at a Valley laundromat.
You can't judge a man by his entire life and obsession with internet attention so he can make money off of crimes that he commits. You instead have to judge him by his one-sentence apology and claim that he's changed. That is clearly a changed man. He said so.
We believe we found that video on his Instagram that appears to show him put raw meat and eggs into an unsuspecting customer's laundry machine with their clothes.
These videos are pranks.
These so-called pranks, posted online, also made Smith up to $10,000 a month, according to arrest documents.
And that right there is the tough pill to swallow, the sad reality of it. The reason a lot of pathetic worms like this guy exist and do this shit is because it is incredibly lucrative. They're able to fill their piggy banks because there are tons of brainless drones that watch that content for some reason. All because it's just bad. Like, whoa, you can't put bacon in a laundry machine, a washing machine with eggs. Who's ever heard of that? This guy's unhinged. What a menace. This guy's a menace. Holy shit, I can't wait to see the next one. What's he gonna do next? And they are able to really soak up a ton of clams from that shit. So that's why so many of these pranksters exist. $10,000 a month is a huge chunk of change. That puts them up there with like a doctor's salary from putting eggs and bacon in washing machines and then going to fast food workers and like ruining their shift, throwing things at people at the mall, poisoning people. Like, that is why there are so many of these destructive losers. because they're able to make a lot of money off it. It's crazy how normalized it's become. I have no doubt that Wolfie there really is so deluded that he thought those could be perceived as pranks. Like that would be a legitimate defense. This is actually protected under fair use. It's a parody. These are parody pranks. They're pranks. They're pranks. You can't be. Why are you getting mad about pranks? It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, I'm poisoning people, but it's a joke. Like, yeah, I'm like throwing things at people and like actively putting people in harm's way and harassing them, but I'm doing it because it's a joke. Why are you getting so mad? It's a prank.
You're going to go out into the community and you're going to harm others, film them, put it online, and then profit off of it, that warrants punishment.
Smith's attorney told the judge that his client has taken responsibility for his actions and understands these aren't pranks.
What he did was not funny, and that's not how he should behave. He wants to turn a new leaf. He wants to get off this social media thing.
Objection. I know I'm not there in court arguing here, but your client just said that they are pranks. He himself just said they are pranks. And now the statement is coming out that he knows they're not pranks. Who's lying here? Someone's getting caught in a web of fibs. Those two statements can't both exist at the same time. There is something fishy afoot here. To be fair, though, that statement does come from the reporter, not the one representing him, so maybe he didn't say that he knows they're not pranks, because that would be very contradictory if that is what he said, because his client just said the exact opposite. But then he goes on to say how he understands that they're not like humorous or anything, and he wants to turn a new leaf. Okay, great. Go to jail. Spend some time in jail, come out of jail, and not be that same fucking loser that went in there in the first place. That sounds great. I think it should be longer than a year because, again, he has made an entire career out of committing crimes for money and filmed all of it. A year sounds like they were really light on him, especially considering how dangerous some of them were, especially the poisoning one.
Then Smith talked about why he makes these kinds of videos.
Social media has definitely took over my brain and made me do things that was abnormal.
That was dangerously close to an honest statement right there. Social media definitely did take over his brain. It does that for a lot of people. It puts a fucking, parasite in there that's pulling all the levers in your neurons, and it makes it very enticing to do what Wolfie did, because it's very easy to make money doing it. However, it didn't force him to. He made the decision to do this and keep doing it, committing these crimes over and over and over again, treating people as subhuman props for his videos that he could exploit and harass and put in danger. Social media didn't make him do that. He made that choice. But yes, he is right. It did make it very appealing because of the money he stood to make doing it. Because there are tons of people before him that have done this very similar stuff and made tons of money without going to jail. But it seems like we're finally entering an era where there is going to be a crackdown on this kind of behavior, and that is such a good thing. That is a great direction. I hope we can keep going in that direction.
The judge sentenced Smith to 1 year in prison, followed by 3 years supervised probation. She also said for those stores that were damaged, they can ask for restitution.
Do not return to any Walmart. Don't return to any Bosa Donuts.
The P. Diddy verdict dropped, shocking pretty much everyone.
5 counts. We have a mixed verdict here. Again, count 1, as it relates to racketeering, not guilty. Count 2, as it relates to sex trafficking, not guilty. Count 3, guilty. Count 4, not guilty. Count 5, guilty.
Those 2 counts he was found guilty on, that was like Weenie Hut Jr. level charges compared to the rest, and it's something the defense, I imagine, was extremely pleased to have been found guilty on versus the rest. They were so happy, in fact, that reportedly P. Diddy even stood up and started clapping. Literally like a Tumblr fanfic. He stood up, started clapping, and then like his friends and family erupted into applause. Now the judge is considering what bail should be, and we move on to the next stage, which will be the sentencing for these 2 charges, which carry a maximum of 10 years each. He's not going to be seeing the maximum. He probably won't even be seeing the minimum. They might just let him walk away with being forced to play League of Legends solo queue for like 2 months or something, and that'll be his punishment. It is such a fucking joke what just happened here. I actually still can't believe it. It is sickening. So I truly wouldn't be surprised if he just fully walks free from this, and I guess we can expect the grand reopening of Puffy Flavor Camp. everyone out there, sleep in fear. Make sure you're sleeping on your back, because if you sleep on your stomach, P. Diddy might just break into your house in the middle of the night and shove a dildo up your ass. It is still just so fucking unbelievable to me. I thought this was dead to rights, not only because of the overwhelming evidence, but also his team wasn't exactly a cohesive unit. Like, not that long ago, one of his big lawyers quit, saying he could no longer, under any circumstances, represent him, serve as a member of his council. And somehow, they were still able to squeak a win out from between P. Diddy's greased butt cheeks here. I don't know. Did they promise, like, freak-off invitations to the jury? I have no clue. I don't get it. I really, truly do not understand how this just happened.
It's a mixed verdict, but it is a stunning victory for the defense. The Mann Act, these charges, these were the easiest for prosecutors to prove, the lowest hanging fruit, merely required showing that state lines were crossed for the purpose to engage in prostitution. We saw a lot of evidence on these charges, did not have that element, Laura, of force, fraud, or coercion. And this carries the lightest sentence of these charges. It is a maximum of 10 years. And keep in mind, when you're talking about maximums aren't the rule. They are the exception. They're for the most exceptional and severe cases. So now you're talking about a sentence that's potentially in the lower range with time served because he's been behind bars.
Yeah, again, he's definitely not seeing the maximum penalty for those charges. I would be surprised if he even saw the minimum. My guess would be, and of course I haven't passed the bar, so this is just fucking Neanderthal spitballing. My guess would be they'll weigh the time served behind bars throughout this case as like you've learned your lesson, and wiggle their finger, don't do it again, and give him some really light punishment, very, very light sentencing. And then when he's out on bail or full-blown walks free, I imagine baby oil will go extinct. And I predict that there will be a freak-off the likes of which the cosmos has never seen. It'll be filled with so much degeneracy that it will give birth to Slanesh in the warp. In real life, it's going to be a Warhammer 40K event. It's just so fucking despicable, man. It really is.
The fact that these sex trafficking charges, specifically with respect to Cassie Ventura, means that the jury was convinced by the defense, at least with respect to reasonable doubt, that the commercial sex, i.e. the freak-offs, were not connected to some of this violence, that there was not that force, fraud, or coercion element. That is, by far, from a penalty perspective, the most serious. It carried a 15-year minimum. So that is a huge distinction.
Really feels like if you've got enough money, somehow a lot of those very serious, very well-documented things just never really seem to stick in court for some reason. It's so weird how that works. It's so odd how we see that happen so many times. I don't know. Something seems a bit fishy there. From everything I've seen from a couple of lawyers discussing it, the big thing here seems that the RICO charges weren't conveyed well enough for the jury to understand, and that it could have been, like, difficult in the first place as a potential overcharging on P. Diddy. So that was like an uphill battle. Obviously, I don't understand all the nuance to how that shit works in court, like how it all shakes down the fucking Rube Goldberg machine that is arguing RICO charges. I'm not Saul Goodman. But outside of that, the lawyers also expressed how stunned they were that he was found not guilty on the sex trafficking by force and coercion. It seems like, at least from the lawyers that I've read and watched from, they were also very surprised that somehow the jury wasn't convinced on those. That one really did seem like a pretty big slam dunk in the case. Like, at least most sane human beings would think so, but somehow it didn't stick. Somehow it didn't shake out that way. To be found not guilty on those is baffling, actually baffling. And I went to a live stream where some lawyers were talking, and reading the chat, it will make you lose all possible faith that there's real people online. There are so many people that are elated, celebrating that P. Diddy is free, and saying he should go as far as suing the government for the charges they brought against him. Unironically, I saw someone donate saying, does P. Diddy have a case against the government to sue them for this? Holy shit. What? I don't know how so many people have been poisoned by stupidity. Like an action, there must be some kind of hole in the ozone layer that's letting pure concentrated stupid come through, and it is just destroying neurons at an alarming rate. Such an unfortunate outcome. There's a lot of people that are now going to need to be looking over their shoulder here with this P. Diddy verdict. One of them being a bodyguard who said if P. Diddy walks, he's going to need to go into hiding. I think that's not an exaggeration. He most likely will, in order to stay alive. This is a dangerous man with an extremely well-recorded history of horrible shit he has done, who is now getting let off very easily here. Now, if you're a sane, sensible person, you're probably pretty angered by the outcome, but we don't live in a world where everyone's sane and sensible. There is a not small group of people, the Free Diddy drones, that are very, very pleased. They're very excited that P. Diddy is going to be most likely getting let off super, super easily. They are elated right now, these fucking weirdos. They're acting like they're part of the crew, part of the ship, like they'll get the invite to the next freak off. And they are so happy. Fucking weirdos out there. It's crazy how anyone can view this as anything other than a disaster, a fucking travesty where the justice system just failed so many people.
A senator committing possibly the worst burglary attempt ever.
Ever seen a senator burglarizing her stepmother in the middle of the night, getting caught in the act, then arrested, then losing her position while facing felony burglary charges? Well, you're about to.
On April 22, 2024, Becker County Police Department in Minnesota received a 911 call reporting an active break-in. Little did they know, they would soon find out the suspect is an elected senator for the state of Minnesota.
When I read the title from Midwest Safety, I immediately pictured Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising. Half expected to click into this video and get the monologue. Nanomachine's son. Played college ball, you know. Could have gone pro if I didn't burglarize my stepmother. But it turns out that's not the case.
Becker County 911.
Somebody broke into my house. I just ran down into my basement.
Did you get a look at him at all?
No, it was completely dark. I tripped over him. He was on the floor next to my bed. He ran downstairs into my basement.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, the burglar is a senator named Nicole Mitchell. Well, now former senator Nicole Mitchell. And she, I think, holds the title of the most incompetent burglar in human history. This is some shit out of Home Alone. This is the not-so-wet bandit here. I don't know what the thought process was. So apparently she was like hiding under or near her stepmother's bed, and her stepmother tripped over her, which is how she was alerted to her presence. And then she just like fucking pitter-patters her way to the basement to try and flee. So then the stepmother's like, what the fuck? What in tarnation? Calls the police, and she's like more confused than anything. Like, yeah, there's a burglar here. I tripped over him. He was like under my bed. I don't know if it was like a panty raid or what, but like they were under my bed, so I tripped over him. Would really love if you came and arrested them. They ran into my basement, I think.
I have a little steak knife in my hand right now.
Steak knife? Okay. All right.
Where they could have. I don't see any.
She's clearly very frightened, like anyone would be in this situation. She's grabbed the steak knife to protect herself if things go south. I imagine she'd bust out some fucking Leon S. Kennedy level moves if, you know, the situation called for it. But luckily the police got there in a pretty timely fashion, it seems, because when they arrive, the burglar is still there.
Police department, make yourself known. 37 back there, got a little motion underneath the stairs in the house. Sounds like he's trying to get outside of the back to the north of the house. Get on the ground.
Okay. On the ground. Carol?
Yeah?
It's Nicole.
It's Nicole?
Yeah. I was just trying to get a couple of my dad's things because he wouldn't talk to me anymore.
So they got her, and then the big reveal, the huge plot twist. She calls her stepmother by name, and the stepmother is shocked that it's her stepdaughter, Nicole. And she tries to explain that she was just there to get a few of her dad's things. And now that story is going to change a lot over the course of this adventure, but make a note of this. She's there because she just wants to get some of her father's belongings. which explains why she's in a cartoonish cat burglar outfit. It actually looks like she's going to a Halloween costume party, but couldn't think of any ideas, so stopped by Spirit Halloween and grabbed the cheapest burglar costume she could find for it. It is unbelievable how, like, cliche this outfit is. I am stunned to see a real burglary from someone dressed like this. I'm also shocked that she didn't just like bolt for the front door and run away. Instead, she trapped herself in the basement and just squatted there, literally just standing in the middle of the bathroom. I don't know if she tried to do like a Blair Witch staring at the wall or something, like, if I can't see them, they can't see me. I have no idea, but it was not the cleanest getaway. And speaking of clean, you need to clean yourself up using Cheeky Soap. And great news, we just introduced a new scent into the family here, Bahami Mami. It's a tropical scent. It is fantastic. You're going to love it, and you need to upgrade your hygiene. It's time, and this is the best way of doing it. Highly moisturizing body soap, best soap in the universe. Go to usecheeky.com and get some.
She also stole documents out of my house. She's my stepdaughter.
I didn't steal any documents. How did I steal documents?
Nicole, what's your last name?
Mitchell.
Stand up.
No one stole anything here, Carol. I don't have anything on me.
You got anything on you?
No.
Yeah, what a nonsensical thought process, Carol. Obviously no one stole anything. What an outlandish thought to even cross your head. Why would you even get the idea that there could have been a burglary taking place here just because I'm in your house unannounced in the middle of the night, hiding under your bed, dressed like I'm about to go rob a bank? What? Does that mean all of a sudden I'm here stealing something? No.
Why was she squatting down next to my bed?
Who is this to you?
Pardon?
Who's this to you?
She's my stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter.
She's also a Minnesota senator.
A great question, Carol. Why was she squatting down next to your bed? The world may never know. The Lord has no idea.
She lives in Twin Cities.
Unknown to the officer at the time, the suspect previously was a meteorologist for the Weather Channel and a local news anchor before being elected a senator.
She's a senator?
Yeah. Yeah. Was.
Was or is currently?
She is. I meant after this.
Oh.
Her stepdaughter may have been a meteorologist predicting the weather, but Carol predicted the future here with this one, and she was right on the money. It is past tense. Nicole was a senator, but after this burglary, she is no longer and is facing some super serious charges.
My husband passed away, just her father. And the day after he died, her aunt came in and they walked out with all these,
okay.
They were walking out the door with all these forms, and I ran out there. I said, "What are you guys doing?" Nancy said, "We're just trying to help you, just trying to figure out where you are."
No, it's a...
So here's where breadcrumbs start to connect a little bit. Carol mentions that Nicole is very close to one of her aunts, and after her husband passed away, they came and took some documents from this house while saying that they're just making sure she's doing everything, correct when it comes to finances. Which, that smells a little fishy. There's something stinky afoot there. And now all of a sudden Nicole is back unannounced in the middle of the night, dressed like a fucking thief class in an MMO.
My dad died last year. She's paranoid. Well, now she's really paranoid. But,
Has she done this before?
Not that, but she's insisted that my son should get nothing. She should get everything, all that stuff.
Where'd she come in at?
Get into her bed. I don't clue.
Whenever you tried to help her right after the funeral.
She's not trying to help me. She's trying to get money.
She kept... I can show you my bank account.
Let's go upstairs.
So this is Nicole Mitchell's strategy. This is her go-to play here to try and weasel her way out of the trouble she's in. The crux of her argument for why she's there is that her stepmother is paranoid, and she's been mentally declining, and she's senile, doesn't understand things, so she's, talking all crazy, all that paranoia. But Carol, I think, seems pretty sharp here in recognizing that Nicole is probably there for financial reasons again, because it seems like that's something that's happened in the past, granted not to this level. And Nicole just keeps harping on, no, she's just paranoid. as Nicole is literally dressed like a fucking burglar out of a Saturday morning cartoon in her house in the middle of the night looking to steal shit. I don't think that's paranoia. Paranoia indicates that there's some level of like delusion or like disconnect from reality. Carol is very grounded in reality. Nicole Mitchell is off in like fucking goober space.
That window?
No, the door.
Okay. Is this her bag?
That's Billy. Also,
Yeah, stuck in the window.
I'm just hoping, this mistake won't completely. I know I did something bad. After the funeral, my aunts tried to help her. She thinks they stole from her when they were just trying to get her affairs in order.
Okay.
She was progressively cut off the family.
They find a backpack half pushed through the window. They eventually find 2 laptops in that bag, which coincidentally turns out Carol is missing 2 laptops. But we'll get to Nicole's excuse for that in a moment. She denies that the 2 laptops are Carol's. And now while talking to Nicole, she once again tries to harp on like, oh, she's just like unreasonable and she's just real out of it. She's gone loopy. She thinks everyone's out to get her, and so she's progressively cut off the family. Be honest with you, Nicole, I can see why she would progressively cut off the family here, considering one of the family members is breaking into her house in the middle of the fucking night, lying next to her bed doing like a tabletop challenge or something. It makes sense. I don't think it's paranoia. I think she made the completely correct call in cutting off this part of the family here. And she mentions the aunts, something Carol also mentioned without the 2 of them even communicating, so it's pretty clear that there is something going on with the aunts and Nicole and the finances here that Carol has after the passing of her husband.
Okay.
But she's got Alzheimer's and she's gotten, I know this doesn't help. This is just going to prove the point, but she's gotten paranoid and thinks we're all out to get her and won't let anyone in the house. I just wanted to get a couple of my dad's mementos, and that's all.
Okay. So what kind of mementos?
A couple of pictures and maybe one of his shirts.
So she's saying that Carol has Alzheimer's and thinks everyone's out to get her, and thus she broke into her house to get some of her father's mementos. Nicole, it does seem like you're out to get her, and I'm inclined to believe other members of the family are too, considering you've conspired with them to take some documents from her house. It does seem like she's 100% in the right to think that there are some members of the family out to get her.
Hi.
What's your name?
Nicole.
Are those laptops in your backpack yours?
Yes?
Okay. She's saying she's missing 2 laptops.
I mean, I can show you one. It's got my kid's Minecraft game on it.
What's the other one for?
I have one for work.
Okay.
She has Alzheimer's. She's been misplacing things. I can show you texts going back and once saying, you know, things are missing, this and that.
I'm just asking. So, it's not a reason to break anybody's house.
No, that wasn't my intention.
Already.
She decided to bring 2 laptops with her in the backpack to a burglary. It's an interesting plan. Her strategy, it escapes me, but I'm not a galaxy brain, mega mind level intellect like Nicole Mitchell, clearly. But they then talk more to Carol, and they're asking about, what did she take previously? And she mentions that what her and her aunts took last time were a bunch of bank papers. The officers are asking, well, why would she be taking these things? How does this help her? And then she mentions that her husband didn't have an actual will. So the bank papers and all that she believes is for, inheritance stuff, financial kind of game. Which makes a lot of sense. Significantly more sense than Nicole's story.
Okay, how come it has Carol's name on it?
It was one that she had given me way back when to use for the kids.
Well, she's missing 2 laptops. That's what she said. So I'm taking this laptop. How about this one? Okay, that one's got your name. That one will stay with your property, but I am taking this one.
That's fine.
Did you try shoving that backpack out and it didn't go out?
I want to answer your questions.
So one of them had Carol's name on it, and the other does seem to be actually hers. The state of Minnesota laptop right there. So she did, I guess, bring a laptop to this. My guess being she wanted to take Carol's laptop and upload things from it to hers, perhaps? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But it is very clear that she had some bad intentions. I don't think it was just to get some of her father's mementos. And in fact, she completely drops that narrative, by the way. After this arrest, this is the only time she tries making that claim. She then must have consulted with a lawyer or something, fucking called Saul, but Saul was too busy on Fent or something, because then she completely changes this story and goes with the narrative that she was actually only there to check on her stepmother's well-being because she cared so much. She just loves her so much and wanted to make sure she was okay.
Which is a felony, as well as possession of burglary tools. Mitchell was a Minnesota state senator at the time of her arrest and refused to resign after the incident. She accused her mother-in-law of suffering from paranoia about break-ins and senility. She also refused the release of the body cam footage. After her arrest, she posted on social media changing her story that she claimed in the body cam footage. Instead of saying she was there to take possession of her father's mementos, her social media post claims she was there to simply check on her stepmother due to her health issues, and she startled her, essentially putting the blame on the stepmother's medical problems.
Now, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on wellness checks here, but this seems like a really bad approach to checking on someone whom you believe to have declining mental health. To dress up like a burglar and then hide under their bed in the middle of the night unannounced, and then scaring the bejeebus out of them, then scurrying down to the basement while desperately trying to get through the window. I don't know, call me crazy, but it just doesn't really seem like the priority and the goal here with breaking into the house was just to make sure that your beloved stepmother was doing okay. I feel like if someone was wanting to check on me, they probably wouldn't bust into my fucking house in the middle of the night and hide under my bed, causing me to trip over them, still say nothing, by the way, and then just run away. I don't know. I wouldn't have that moment and be like, oh, thank God they checked on me. That wasn't a burglar. That was my best friend, no doubt, making sure that I'm doing okay. Ah, that's so sweet of them to stop by in their burglar costume in the middle of the night. What a crazy story to try and spin. There is no human being on the planet that would believe that. Like, her previous attempt with, like, getting her father's mementos, that makes sense if she had any of her father's mementos in her bag, which she didn't, apparently. So maybe that's why they tried this, because she couldn't, like, procure any of that. It clearly wasn't why she was there. So maybe the lawyer was like, if you try that, they're going to grill you on, well, why didn't you have the mementos? Whereas here, they can't tell you what you were actually there to do, I suppose. But you can definitely poke a hole in the logic of this. It makes no sense at all. She didn't check on Carol's health or anything. And if she was there to do that, why is she dressed like a burglar? Like, there are just so many obvious flaws with it. Though now I'm really playing with this thought experiment here, like how you'd possibly argue this. I guess maybe something you could squeak out is be like, oh, well, I thought Carol liked burglars. You know, some people really like clowns. They like clap at clowns, makes them laugh, makes them feel better. I thought Carol would feel better if I dressed like a burglar. I always thought she was a big fan of that get-up. I misunderstood, I'm sorry, but I really was there to check on her health. Like, I don't know, like, maybe you could try that?
This, however, doesn't line up with the fact that she was wearing the most cliché burglar outfit she possibly could have. She then put out a statement saying she has no intention of resigning from her seat in the Senate. However, in mid-July 2025, things took an unexpected turn for her.
New today, a Minnesota state senator found guilty of burglarizing her stepmother's home has officially resigned. She testified during her trial she was checking on her stepmom, not stealing from her. A jury disagreed, finding her guilty.
According to Midwest Safety, her sentencing is on the 10th, but she was found guilty of the burglary. I think we can say with confidence, probably one of the most unskilled burglars the video camera footage has ever captured. Like, this is Three Stooges level. So, yeah, that's really about it.
Cancer patient scammers were exposed, which predictably made everyone furious.
Yesterday, a story blew up about a man who has cancer who was streaming to raise money so he could pay for his treatment to fight against it. And while streaming to raise money for his cancer treatment, someone convinced him to download a game called Block Blaster. And when he did, he lost all of the money in his wallet. The game was malware that was disguised as a game. He lost $32,000. Overnight, the community tirelessly worked to find those responsible and also prove that it was the game. Of that 6.4 thousand, it seems 907 victims were identified. They had like compromised Twitter accounts trying to do paid promotions to people to stream Block Blasters to get more people to download it. They literally have everything. This just happens to be probably the biggest one so far. And this one, they actually did apparently unmasked some of the main suspects. This isn't an isolated incident. The most notable case is that of PirateFi, a free-to-play game that comes with an information-stealing malware. The most recent malware infection in a game was Kimia, an early access title on Steam which was compromised by a threat actor known as EncryptHub through the injection of malicious binaries. These threat actors bypassed initial security screenings from Valve, which allowed the deployment of malicious patches and infected multiple users of the platform. Someone named Alex Becker reached out and sent him the $32,000 back. The people behind it aren't behind bars. This maybe needs to be some kind of wake-up call to Steam that there is something that needs to be changed so that way this kind of thing can't happen again in the future. They need to like revamp their like screening protocols or something. And I understand that it's like just a complete open market where people can just dump their bowels on there willy-nilly, but having this kind of possibility on the table is very scary to anyone on the platform that might see a game from a small indie dev that looks interesting. That is something that needs to be explored.
September brought down a begging streamer who'd been faking everything from day one.
I became aware of this scam not from TikTok, but a YouTube channel called Force Orbs. His channel is originally a TikTok account with the same name that moved all their videos to YouTube Shorts to try and scam more people. The page is all about promoting their custom Star Wars art, all made by one old man.
People say that you want to destroy us and not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness.
Execute Order 66.
I'm not gonna lie, it's actually kind of nostalgic to see this scam again. I thought for sure this was a menace long since forgotten. I really cannot even picture the person that would see this video and think for 1 second that this is real. Like, I don't know who sees this and it's like, oh man, this is heartbreaking. He's right. That video of that girl shooting a baseball at a car's window got so many views, but his Star Wars art is getting ridiculed? What kind of... What's happened to us? This is not right. I'm going to buy 10 Force Orbs to support him and let him know how happy I am with this purchase. Of course, the reality is the old guy in the video here has no fucking clue what Force Orbs are. He is not involved with this at all. It's just some random douchebags that are drop shipping it, using this as their marketing tool here. He's become their mascot, the Toucan Sam to their cereal that they're peddling.
All of their videos are pretty much the same. It's a sad old man who makes custom Star Wars glass orb art, and he's upset because any clip on social media with a cute girl gets millions of views, but his videos trying to sell his art, no one watches. In many of the clips, he talks about that he's running out of money, and people in the comments taunt him, saying things like, "Grow up, old man. No one loves Star Wars anymore. Besides, nobody is buying your stupid Star Wars art."
Another classic. You rage bait and tug on the heartstrings here. Oh, look at what these people are saying about my Star Wars orbs. They say it's stinky and they don't want it. They say it's not art. They put art in quotations. They say nobody loves Star Wars anymore. Can we prove them wrong? Can you guys all buy my fucking art, please? Also, it's just such a dog shit comparison in the first place, by the way. It's unjust that this video has millions of views, but mine doesn't. Doesn't that just make you mad? Isn't that just the most upsetting thing ever? A real tearjerker. Now get your wallet out, please buy some of these Force Orbs I found on Temu.
But what this item actually is, really is just a customizable LED glass orb that you can find on sites like Temu for $16. Any photo you want can be uploaded into these, but the scammers are trying to sell these with preloaded Star Wars images and calling them Force Orbs. The real crime is on their website, where they are selling these for a whopping $60 a pop.
$60 is pennies to make this old man's dreams come true. Can we get his videos to 66 million views here so it matches that girl shooting a ball at a fucking car windshield? He deserves it, clearly. What? Come on, guys, what are we doing? If we each give him $1, we can afford one fucking Force Orb maybe at this absurd price. This is always probably my favorite part about these kind of scams. Like, it's not even so much like the goofiness of the videos they post and how fucking trash they are, but it's their preposterous level of greed where they'll mark up a Temu product like 2,000% and think anyone would be willing to buy that. Unfortunately, it seems like there are some gullible suckers that do because they want to, support this story that they've bought into hook, line, and sinker. But like, it should be just so obvious that this is fishy. I cannot picture the person that sees this and is like, oh, I'm getting my credit card out. $60 for a Force Orb, it's a little steep, but it's made with love and care. I could tell, because the TikTok video said so.
In the clips, it shows alleged production of the globes, but if you slow down the production videos, it seems to me that this might be AI footage, because the people in the video have weird body issues. Like this guy who has this weird crease in the middle of his forehead, and the arms in the next image look AI generated as well.
No, what? AI generated videos? As if. No such thing, not on TikTok. They wouldn't be using AI to show the production. That's all legitimate. The worker there with the wacky forehead, well, that's old Quirky Brows Joe. I mean, everyone knows that guy's got like that weird shit in there like an accordion. It's part of his identity. He's a zany character around the office that works with our favorite old guy at Force Orbs. Come on, don't be ridiculous. AI footage. My left shoe.
One thing that isn't AI, though, is the sad old man who shows up in every video who claims to be making all these orbs. With a reverse image search, I was able to find where this footage originally comes from, and it's from a TikTok account called TedDog13. TedDog has nothing to do with the Force Orb scam, and he seems to be a nice old man who created his TikTok account to help him make new friends online.
This is TedDog13. I want to thank you all for allowing me to make these videos.
He seems like a sweetheart. And like I said, this isn't anything new. This has been a scam that's existed for a while, but it kind of petered out and wasn't really popular for a while. But now, thanks to TikTok being such a strong marketing vessel and people so willing to just buy into a sad story and like rally behind what they think is a good cause for these products on TikTok, people are now spinning that goodwill to exploit it. So now they're just drop shipping trash with fake stories around it, taking other people's videos, and then even using AI videos to try and, spruce it up a little bit to get people to buy into it. It is doing well. Force Orbs, I think, is the most comical example, but Scott Schaefer goes through a few more. It is a rampant issue across TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Another TikTok and YouTube scam channel known as Fuzzy Paw Slides is doing the same thing to push their scam products, but this time they've added another twist to the tale.
This is my last-ditch effort. Please stay to the end of this video, as it would help me tremendously. So my grandpa decided to take a leap of faith and start his own cat shelter. Currently, he's struggling to make ends meet and keep it open, so he decided to start making handmade cat slipper. He is the most kindest and talented person I know, but he has not received an order in 6 months. Please comment to boost this post and help support him.
Aww.
What truly is disgusting is they have a donate button, so you can help out their fake cat shelter that doesn't actually exist.
No sarcasm on this one. That is just straight up outrageous. That is beyond shameless. So then it's not even drop shipping dog shit products. It is actually just a full-blown fraudulent red alert lie. Super duper scam. You get nothing in return. It is literally a give us money for nothing button on their website with this imaginary cat shelter. That one was crazy. That one actually did catch me off guard. I haven't seen that before. That one is actually so far over the line that they might actually find themselves eventually in like criminal charges. A lot of the other scams are able to hide behind like oh, well, we did deliver something. So sometimes they do get away with that. Here, they don't even have that excuse. That could legitimately be a huge fucking issue for them should anyone ever bother to pursue it.
Now, the old man that they show in the videos is actually a tailor and has his own TikTok account called George the Master Tailor, where he does tailoring work and never makes any cat slippers. George and his daughter have put out a few videos calling out the many TikTok accounts that have stolen his videos to promote their scam products.
Good morning. A lot of people using my face, and they're selling stuff that's fake. It's not me. I don't make slippers, and I don't make all the junk that they're selling.
Like I said, it is actually a big problem. So big to the point that even some of the people that are being taken, like their content being taken to use to promote this, are becoming aware of it because some of their fans have been scammed by it and are alerting them that, like, hey, this is going on. Also, there's other fans that are confused, like, hey, I bought these, handmade cat slipper from you. It's trash. Why are you selling trash? And it's like, no, that's not me. I didn't do that kind of thing. So someone like George the Master Taylor here is coming out to set the record straight. Like, no, there's a bunch of accounts using my face to promote their products. It's not me. So just warning people. It is a big issue that is only being more prevalent because it's working.
I'm not that person. I'm not selling anything.
Here's a list of the fake profiles that we're aware of at this point. Please, if you see them, report them. And if you find any more, please send them to us and also report them.
And I think a lot of these channels may be run by the same group of scammers, because on the Fuzzy Paw Slides channel, not only did I find stolen footage from George, but even Ted Dog 13 popped up on the channel as well. Another channel even stole Ted Dog 13's voice and used it over the video of a different man to sell their drop-shipped cow slippers.
This video has some audio that may or may not be DMCA, I'm not sure, but it's the same thing. It's just like some sad-ish music playing and then this sob story. Stay 9 seconds to help save my cow shelter from shutting down by buying my cow slippers. It actually really could all just be the same group of scammers doing this, and then I believe probably some copycats. Because, this shit is one-to-one. They couldn't even be bothered to change the narrative beyond going from cat to cow. It's the same homework. There's no change, really. So it does lend credibility to the idea that it is one group of scammers that is just dropshipping all of this shit and using this as their main marketing across numerous different social media handles from TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It's very likely. But I do think that there is definitely others outside of that group doing the same thing, just emulating their procedure, like their process, because it's working.
October featured a fake food inspector getting caught.
And today Matt sent me an interesting one that I gotta yap about. It's a guy pretending to be a health inspector so he can invade a small business and harass the owners for some clout on TikTok.
I'm here for inspection, food inspection.
For anyone who didn't get the opportunity to watch the original video, please go and visit my page. But just a refresher, this kid Amber came into my parents' establishment pretending to be a fake federal worker, impersonating himself to be a FDA food inspector to prank, harass, and trespass onto my parents' property.
So the original video got taken down and the prankster privated his account. Big tough guy. I guess the jester wasn't liking all the attention he started to get. Even though that food inspector prank didn't exactly blow up for him by any means, the son of this family-owned business happened to have seen it and reached out to him to tell him to take it down and also remind him this is a crime. So this video from the Sun covering this, it definitely has put a lot more peepers on this degeneracy here. As of me making this video, the first part of him covering this food inspector prank that his family was the victim of, it has about 650,000 views. I am showing you part 3 here, which is, after everything's been said and done, so that way it's like the most complete lore of everything. Impersonating a government agent is just a crime, and that's his whole prank. And also, according to some of the other people that talked about this on TikTok, this goober has done this same prank before where he pretends to be a food inspector. And then get a load of this, it's real knee-slapping comedy, because what he does once he convinces these businesses that he is a government agent, he then goes into the back and berates them. Makes fun of them, just insults them, and then he pretends to be checking things off and giving them advice on things that they're doing wrong, this and that. And that's the whole prank.
What you guys didn't get to see in the original video, which I do have security camera footage for, is him harassing my father for not knowing proper English, stating things that are violations that aren't violations, which if we listened to, we could have gotten into serious trouble for. I'll throw a quick pop-up on the screen, but this is him liking a comment stating that this is a felony, this is fraud, and could land him in jail. After I'd seen the video, it had already been up for 2 days, And I tried reaching out to him in his comments and in his DMs, which he politely ignored by blocking me.
He seemed to shy away when someone was willing to kind of stand up to him and put him in his place. He didn't like that very much. He plugged his ears to it and then eventually privated his account, which is very odd because he's putting on such a strong face here as he kind of bullies his way into the back of this family-owned business as he's done before in the past, apparently. Now, before showing you the rest of the footage, I want to show you something to cleanse your palate a little bit, show you something exciting. Cheeky is partnering with the Vans Warped Tour, baby. That's right. Actual dream collab for me here, and to celebrate, we're giving away a bunch of VIP tickets. So if you want a chance to win, you can go to usecheeky.com/VIP. It's just an email you put there. That's it. You don't have to buy anything. We're doing this just because we're really excited to be partnered with the Vans Warped Tour. It is completely free. Don't panic. We're doing the email method here because that is just the easiest way to get in contact with the winners here over the next few weeks. So yeah, I'll fucking see you there. Cheeky at the Vans Warped Tour. You bet your sweet bippy. I'm so pumped.
Luckily enough, he went a little too close to home, and one of my friends was able to recognize him and let me know who he was, and he was basically able to reach out to him, letting him know that I was pressing charges against him and that he should take down his video. After the fact, he made a pretty lackluster, shitty apology just because he got caught. The apology will be on my page. It's hard to miss.
Something to consider, if the Sun never saw this video, this business would have no idea that it existed because they were under the impression that this was a health inspector that paid them a visit. And in all of the other instances of the food inspector prank, I imagine all of those businesses still have no idea that the individual claiming to be a government agent was actually just some fucking lonely-ass weirdo online desperately fishing for clout by pretending to be a government agent. They were the victims of fraud. So if the Sun didn't see this, that video would still be up besmirching this business based on fucking nothing other than this guy just feeling like being an asshole for the sake of a TikTok prank video. I'm very happy he preserved the apology, by the way, because the apology is about as bad as you're expecting.
So this is an apology video to the restaurant owner's son and the restaurant owner and basically the whole entire kebab corner. So I basically went into the restaurant and did a like food inspector thing. And yeah, so I posted it on TikTok. Then the son reached out to me saying he's gonna press charges if I don't take it down. And yeah, so I took it down now. I just wanted to just like state it out publicly that I'm sorry and please don't press charges on me.
He's begging for the charges not to be pressed. From what I can tell, this wasn't enough to tug on the heartstrings of the son here, who seems like he still wants to go through with those charges. All power to him. He's totally within his right to do so. Impersonating a government agent is a really fucking dumb idea. That is, it is, again, just a crime that this guy is pretending was actually like, you know, a good-spirited prank or something. It's not. The whole point was him insulting this business and the people that work there for no reason. So I don't really feel too much sympathy for this guy. It doesn't seem like he seems to really care that much. He is clearly doing this just in response to fear of, like, punishment, fear of repercussion for violating the law.
And funny enough, we had an inspector come in today, and guess what? We got the green light, and I'll put another pop-up of that right now. And I genuinely feel bad for the kid because he seems like the kid that you're friends with just to be the butt end of the joke. And if we learn anything, it's just to leave small businesses alone. All these prank videos can be fun and games until you start affecting people's lives.
His cameraman arrest added another layer to an already messy situation.
Some not-so-breaking news. One of the guys that firebombed my house back in 2022 has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. Now, I'm grateful to the judge, the arson squad, and the financial crimes unit for all their hard work in securing this little bit of justice. That was a Herculean slog for the investigators to get it to that point at all, but this is hardly a definite end to this saga, and there are a few things that really need to be said in wake of this conviction.
The man who was arrested and now facing 5 years in the slammer is an associate of a well-known crime family in the area. His name is Tuffy, or Toofy, Goofy, whatever the fuck it is, however you say his name. He's 39 years old, and they're describing it as a professional attack on a journalist. But don't worry, he's not a monster. He has a lot of remorse here. He feels really bad about it. He even made an apology video for it. So he is clearly feeling a lot of sorrow for his misdeeds, no doubt. In a video he sent from prison, he said, "I would just like to apologize from the bottom of my heart." Aww. All right. Not guilty. Free this man. He clearly feels bad about firebombing 2 people's homes. He's no longer a threat. He's seen the error of his ways. That is a touching sentiment. He went on to say that he believed in God and said he was over his life of crime after spending so much of his 20s and 30s behind bars. Quote, "I'd rather die than return back to jail," he said. He's turning a new leaf, you can clearly see it here. I mean, it's just an honest mistake. Who hasn't accidentally firebombed two people's homes after being paid to throw those firebombs in the first place? It could happen to anybody. And this is a guy who clearly recognizes that these evil deeds are best left in the past. And it's crazy that he's only getting 5 years, by the way. He is a career criminal, and he's still getting 5 years after firebombing two people's homes, which is literally like attempted murder. At least it should be. That was the whole goal. At least one of the goals, either to have FriendlyJordies fear for his life or take his life here in the firebombing attack. It's just crazy that he's only getting 5 years. Maybe that apology really did weigh heavy on the heart of the judge.
The person convicted of the firebombing is a man by the name of Tufi Jr. Tuisi Alua. I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly, and frankly, I don't care. I've never met Tufi Jr. I've never mentioned him in videos before. In fact, before he was charged, I'd never even heard of his name, nor do I hope to hear it ever again. It does, however, open a big question, a question which was not satisfactorily answered in court, and perhaps even more shamefully, not examined by most of the media. Why would a man with no connection to me whatsoever go to the effort of stealing a Mercedes, cloning number plates, surveilling my house, and then setting that house on fire?
As FriendlyJordies points out here, it's very interesting that the judge recognizes this as a professional attack, a coordinated attack here on FriendlyJordies. They even call him the muscle. That's what he was hired to do. Yet, at no point do they try and inquire as to who hired him and why. What were his motives? Why would someone whom Jordy has never heard of, never mentioned at all, go through so much effort to firebomb his fucking house? That's awfully strange, right? Isn't that a little weird? They fully recognize that this was a paid, planned attack on FriendlyJordies, yet don't bother to try and uncover who planned and paid for this attack. It wasn't just some random act of violence where this guy just had two firebombs sitting on his passenger seat from, last Halloween where he won his, the pyro from TF2 or something, and he decided, all right, I'll just throw these two firebombs over here. This was clearly a planned attack, and they recognize that, yet don't even give the slightest smidgen of effort to try and figure out who's behind it. That definitely smells a bit fishy.
I think I know the answer. I'd wager some prominent defamation lawyers, property developers, and politicians also know the answer. There were some unsurprisingly cowardly and oblique hints of an answer in the ABC article about the conviction, an article which refers to me as an internet personality. Mr. Shanks, who uses the moniker FriendlyJordies online, had mentioned the Alameddine crime network in a video 2 months before his home was set alight. Just mention the Alameddines. A lot of people mention the Alameddines, Anton. The Alameddine crime network might be one of the most prolific gangs in this nation's history. They're nightly news. Some people bank their entire journalistic careers on talking about the Alameddines. They don't get their houses burnt down. How characteristically low from the ABC, especially when even the judge labelled the firebombing as, quote, a professional attack on a journalist. Anton here acts as if it was a coincidence after reading out a BuzzFeed article on a stream.
I found this fascinating. What Jordies is mentioning here is that some journalists, like the one he's pointing out, are making the insinuation that because Jordies has mentioned the Alameddine crime family before, prior to his house being set ablaze, that maybe it's not a coinky-dink. Maybe the two are related. But Jordies hits him with the counterpoint here. He gets him with the Uno reverse with some very basic logic that the Alameddine crime family is one of the most infamous in the area, talked about daily as a piece of nightly news, where tons of journalists make their whole career solely around reporting on the Alameddine crime family, and yet none of them seem to be getting fucking napalm striked here like Jordies was. So it's a pretty weak insinuation to make that doesn't pass the smell test, especially because it's not like that's all FriendlyJordies talks about is the Alameddine crime family or anything like that.
This is not at all to excuse Tufi Jr. He tried to kill someone. He burnt down a house with no regard for not only the other potential occupants, but neighbours, which were the elderly, and for all he knew, could have been children. Even worse, because his motives are murky and seemingly transactional, he seems to have just been waved away with he was just the hired muscle. He tried to kill people. He burnt down a house. Things are a little bit scary in New South Wales, if you ask me. At this point, you can order a firebombing, not only not get caught, but the muscle who does get caught gets about the same time as it takes to do a bachelor's degree.
The guy responsible for double fisting firebombs that could have killed multiple people is getting an extremely light, soft sentence of just 5 years, which is basically just the amount of time between Stranger Things seasons. And not only is he getting a light sentence, but the people that hired him, that they openly are saying that he was the muscle. So they recognize he was the muscle for someone, but the people that he is the muscle for, they're not even bothering to try and investigate and find out the identity of. They're just like, oh yeah, he was the muscle, and that's it. That's as far as we're gonna go. It's just so blatant. It's so obvious. It's so fucked.
Pretty good risk to reward ratio, if you ask me. Over the past few years, I've faced multiple different criminal investigations and charges over what apparently in New South Wales is a far more serious crime, making YouTube videos. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that there were far more investigative and legal resources thrown at botched attempts to punish me than there were at punishing the firebombers.
If you followed FriendlyJordies at all for any length of time, you are probably familiar with the fucking ringer they have put this man through over the years. The justice system over there is trying so hard to bend them over their knee and spank his cheeks red every chance they get for even the slightest things. They will go to extremes for him, all because he posts videos online talking about corruption. Meanwhile, a firebomber who firebombed 2 houses, a career criminal as well, by the way, so he has a history too, gets significantly less resources put into that investigation. It's fucking crazy.
I'll tell you, there's some very strange things happening in New South Wales.
Very strange things indeed going on over there. I'm happy to at least see that someone was arrested in connection to the firebombing. That's good. 5 years is kind of laughable considering the crime. But I mean, I guess at least there was some semblance of, like, you know, catching the bad guys here to a certain extent. But there is a lot of work to be done. I feel like there was definitely a lot more that should have come from this. And hopefully it will. Hopefully there will be more that comes from this, God willing. Because holy shit, it is unhinged. Anyways, wishing the best for FriendlyJordies here. Hopefully he and his team can stay safe. And just wanted to give you the update. That's about it.
Gym owner's complete public meltdown.
But anyway, today, instead of feeding me content that was like lifting and steroids, it was just showing me roid rage. And one of them came from Midwest Safety with this goober who is clearly on the tartar sauce, going ballistic after getting his 37th noise complaint.
On September 27th, 2023, in Joliet, Illinois, officers were dispatched to a gym for the 36th consecutive noise complaint. This time, they'd had enough.
Sounding like a fucking Offspring concert in there. That is some loud music blasting in there. And if you look at the time on the recording, it's pretty early in the morning. The early bird is not getting the worm. He's getting a fucking injection into the butt cheek there. Holy. So it is very loud music. But, you know, noise complaints oftentimes are just kind of a nuisance, like a headache. They're not like a super serious thing. This being his 36th consecutive one over a really small period of time is interesting because brother just turned down the music. Why keep doing this song and dance? It's a fucking gym. Most people going there are going to be having their AirPods or whatever in anyway. They're going to listen to their own music, not the house music. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen people in a public gym just raw dogging it with no headphones or no, you know, ear devices to listen to their own music. There's just no need to be playing it that loud. The people there don't care, I doubt. Unless that's like part of the culture of the gym he owns there where you can't listen to your own music. You've got to listen to his Spotify playlist. Like, I just don't really see this being worth the tug of war here with the people that are complaining about the noise complaints. Just turn it down. It's just not that important.
I'm in the middle of a workout. Okay, we're getting noise complaints. So you're okay? You're okay with that? Whatever you gotta do, man. Yeah, try. Do what you want. Oh, not gonna give me ID. Not welcome in here. Not gonna give me ID? Get the f out. You wanna do it like this? I wanna do it like this. Okay. I'm in the middle of a workout.
Whoa, 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 gentlemen, hold your horses. He's in the middle of a workout. Did you not know that? That means you gotta pack your bags and go home. You no longer have any authority in this domain here. He is in the middle of a workout. I love the way he says that, like it's Pirates of the Caribbean when parlay gets said. Like everything has to stop, like a halt right now. Also, I was reading an article from a lifter. I already forgot who it was, but it was like 4 or 5 days ago. They made a mention about like being barefoot in public gyms and how like easily it can transmit HPV. I didn't dive deeper into it or like look at the research behind it, but seeing him barefoot in this gym here and then walking outside barefoot, it just immediately made me remember that. And again, I don't know, all of the data behind it, but looking at him with his fucking barefoot stompers out, his fucking tootsies, his little piggies running wild there, that does seem a little gross.
So I would like you want to talk to me. Because like will nudge me out. I open the door. You sued for harassment. This is private property. You do not sit here in front of my motherfucking gym and cause fucking disturbance. No, you. Don't f with me. Don't f with me today. No, yeah, you are. No. Yes, you are. You guys just sit here fucking staring at my. These guys don't pay $50 a month to
Brother, they're not sitting outside your gym for the sole purpose of just looking at the clientele. Them paying $50 a month has nothing to do with your own personal behavior, man. Again, this whole thing could have been avoided by just turning the music down one of 35 other times, 36 times. Like it's super simple. And now one of the officers showed up. He asked for ID. That was it. He immediately blew a gasket, having a conniption about it. So now they rolled out in force, and now it's escalated to a much bigger deal. It's all his behavior because he can't control his fucking emotions. He's now in just full tantrum mode here. He is now having roid rage, and it's only going to get worse from here when it didn't need to. It has nothing to do with how much your members are paying to be at that gym. You're the one that's making it worse for them.
I don't give a fuck. I think she's a fucking. That person is known for fucking having mental disability. It is in court, fucking documented. That's right. So you go. It's no, I already did. For now. What the fuck are you gonna do to me? You ain't gonna do. What the fuck are you doing rolling 4 deep? Shut the fuck up. All I was asking for your ID. You're about to get sued for harassment. You're disrupting my motherfucking. You are disrupting it. You are causing the scene.
Well, that wasn't a very tough statement. He's using the weapon of the enemy, the Karens that often throw around frivolous lawsuit threats. Come on, man. Though, I'm not going to lie to you, sports fans, I'd be very curious to see how a harassment lawsuit would have shaken down in this instance here. But he's saying that the person who reported it is known for having a mental disability or something. I don't really know what he thought that would change. What did he expect the officers to do? Just be like, oh shit, we are so sorry, sir. We didn't know she had a mental disability. Sorry to have wasted your time. We're actually going to go arrest her for having that mental disability and, filing this false report here on the noise levels. Like, she is right. It is really loud. Like, is that an annoying thing? Yeah. And it's also a really simple thing to just turn down the music. Like, it's not like she made a false noise complaint. You can hear that this shit is deafening through the body cam. It is loud as fuck. Like, it's not like she was wrong or anything, so I don't know what he thought would change there. He blew this way out of proportion because, again, all he had to do was just, slightly turn it down. That's it.
If you give this officer your information, you're not allowed in here. We're not. All right. You're not allowed in here. You're not allowed in here. You're not allowed in here. Relax. Get in here. Calm down. You're holding my fucking shoulders. Get off his back.
Yeah, so it escalates. It ends in a big old scuffle there with the gym owner. He's like a kaiju right now. He's like holding all of them back. He's got one guy pressed against the glass. He does end up getting tased, and then one of the gym patrons here comes up and is giving them an earful, a stern talking to. Don't know who he is or his relation to the gym owner. Maybe he's like the spotter for his nutsack when he's teabagging the members' wallets. Like, I really don't know why he's so personally invested in this guy. Because, again, he was the one causing the scene. He immediately blew up the second one officer arrived, just asking him, hey, can we get your ID and, get this solved real quick?
Fuck, tasty bin. Okay. Here.
Oh, my Lord. Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock.
While they're arresting the guy, pretty much all of the gym members come together to insult them. And that one guy, the initial responder there, even gets on the horn with someone to complain about the officers. I'm guessing he tried to get in contact with their manager or something. I don't really know. But yeah, they all come together to start insulting them.
I literally was just going to ask you for ID, bro. That's it. We're going to have to do all this.
Oh, man, it's been fucking, I just had to go through court for all this shit again.
I get it, man, but like, you know, when I first got here, I was cool with you. I was just trying to talk to you, and right away you start screaming at me, okay?
He simmers down a lot in the back of the cop car there. He really takes a chill pill there. The high wore off, and he's coming down from the roid rage.
Doherty got arrested. Another influencer learning that actions have consequences.
But anyway, I peeled myself away from the event so I could come in here into this nice, wonderful dojo and just yap about some great news I just found out about Jack Doherty going to the slammer. It is incredible stuff. When I saw the headlines, it reminded me of that feeling I got when I first received a text from a girl inviting me to stay the night. Butterflies in my stomach and a little bit of cum in my pants. This is a great day. So let's go ahead and look at the arrest footage together, and then we'll dive a bit more into the spaghetti and the meatballs about what actually unfolded to lead to such a miraculous series of events.
What? No.
I'm good. Yo, you don't want to go either. Back up. I'm just saying, back up. Don't worry about it. Back up. Yo, back up. Yo. Chill. On the sidewalk now. I'm here. On the sidewalk now. You want to go with him? You're funny. You want to be fucking funny. On the sidewalk now. You want to be funny. Chill. Who the fuck you think you are, bro? I'm getting out. Yo, you're fucking not. After I fucking do this, who the fuck are you, bro? I was trying to walk up the street. Doesn't matter, bro. All you had to do was get in the fucking sidewalk. That's it. And you want to be fucking funny. That's it, bro. Free JD. Free JD. You're great. They're showing me a video. Why don't you gotta do some goddamn content, man? What? No.
If that doesn't put a smile on your face, nothing will. That would make even the Grinch's heart grow 3 sizes seeing that arrest footage there. The officer repeating, "Who the fuck are you?" right to Jack Doherty's little face there. I know that was soul crushing. That was a dagger. That was a wooden stake through the vampire's heart. Hearing the officer just bitch on him like that in the arrest footage. But yeah, anyway, Sack Doherty here, 22, which by the way, what a brutal existence being 22 years old and looking like that. Goober still looks like he puts his teeth under his pillow waiting for the tooth fairy to leave him a quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if this dude's asking for the coloring sheets at restaurants that he pays visits to. Even his mugshot, he looks like he's posing for the middle school yearbook or something. This guy just super sucks, and he literally looks like a baby man. It's got to be awful. It's actually just got to be truly terrible. But anyway, he was charged with possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, and resisting an officer without violence, according to the online booking records. The charging records accused Doherty of possessing amphetamine as well. So it's all drug charges. I haven't passed the bar, so I don't know how serious all of this is. All I'm saying is I think we can pump these numbers up a little bit here, get some more charges on the books here. I think it requires a further investigation. There's a good chance he was transporting uranium-235 in his prison wallet. All I'm saying is we've got to take a peek. I definitely think there's some more charges we can find to slap on there for sure. Maybe there's some rumors of Jack Doherty looking to steal the Declaration of Independence for some content. The Miami Beach Police Department remains steadfast in its commitment to maintain public safety and order throughout the city, regardless of celebrity status, is what the agency said in response to all this. It's very cute that they say celebrity status because Jack is not a celebrity. He is a knuckle sandwich magnate. I guess he's very popular for eating fists, but he's not really a celebrity per se. He's just this public spittoon everyone likes to take turns spitting on. The department will continue to take proactive enforcement against action against behavior that endangers residents, visitors, or officers, and will hold all individuals accountable under the law. As for the series of fortunate events that led to this, apparently him and the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse were blocking traffic, but since Jack is the leader of the goof troop, he wanted to take things a bit further and flew a bit too close to the sun like Icarus here. Around 3:12 a.m. Saturday, Miami Beach police officers were conducting a high visibility detail when a group of individuals entered the roadway from the east sidewalk into northbound lanes. A man from the group, identified as Doherty, separated from them and attempted to engage officers to create video content, positioning himself in the middle of the roadway with passing vehicular traffic and creating a significant safety hazard. I just can never understand. I can't wrap my noodle around Jack's persistence to like try and present himself as a tough guy, where he's even going to puff his chest out at police officers and then hide behind his security. That's become his like go-to strategy. That is his anime finishing move. He causes a ruckus and then hides behind his much larger men that are paid to protect him. Like the people that are paid to put up with him are the ones that he just tries to hide behind while slinging insults and just being a douchebag. And that did not fly here with the officers. So in an effort to clip farm here by I don't know, trying to be a big man on the officers and then hide behind his security guards, he ends up getting arrested and then charged with a lot of ancillary drug charges as well that they happen to found. So they began issuing multiple commands to get him off the roadway, but he kept refusing. Even his group was apparently urging him to comply, like they were tugging on his nipples, like, Jack, come on, we got to get back there, please. But he was just so fixated on trying to get just a crumb of attention out of all of this for his god-awful content. They continue warning him that he would be arrested if he continues. And his response was apparently, once I'm done with this bet, which is a fucking stupid bet in the first place, just go play in traffic. That bet is someone hoping that you'll get yourself killed. And Jack doesn't realize that. Miami Beach police safely apprehended him in the middle of the road. And due to his deliberate refusal to follow lawful orders and continue to obstruct traffic. They then searched his person, found half an orange oval-shaped pill with 3 imprints on it, consistent with Schedule 2 amphetamine, as well as a black plastic container holding 3 hand-rolled suspected cannabis cigarettes weighing approximately 4 grams combined. So they got him. That's enough to put him away there for a little bit. They posted his bond. I don't know if he's made bail or not yet. I'd always heard rumors that Jack actually doesn't have any money left, and since I haven't read anything about him being bailed out, maybe that's very true. Maybe all of his money goes into drugs and his security guards to hide behind. I don't know. What I do know, though, is that this is a feel-good story. This is one of those things that's gonna make you smile, and I think that's a wonderful thing. Jack, this might actually be the best thing he's ever done. They were saying that he was doing this as like a joke or something earlier, but he's never made a good joke in his life until today. The closest thing he'd come to making me laugh in the past was when he crashed his McLaren, but this one was special. He had me giggling, so thank you, Jack. The only thing I wish is that you had waited for me to get home so I could properly make a video about this instead of having to just, come together and haphazardly throw some shit here to try and make something on it. If you don't mind, when you do get out of jail, could you do it again, please, an encore performance and go back? So that way I can do it from my comfortable home setup instead of this. But anyway, thanks again, Miami Police Department, for arresting Jack Doherty. Great stuff. Excellent work, officers. And Jack, fuck you. Good stuff. Just wanted to share this with everyone.
Went out with a bang. A kick streamer crashed their car live on stream and got arrested immediately after.
I've made quite a few videos covering these degenerate streamers that go live while streaming and then crash their vehicle. And I'm going to keep doing it because I think they need to be clowned on endlessly, and I really think they need to be permabanned from the platforms in which they are broadcasting this deliberately dangerous action that is jeopardizing not only their lives, but the lives of all the innocent people around them on the road. This one basically fills out an entire fucking bingo sheet of these degenerate losers. There's nobody typing in his chat. He is broadcasting this garbage to actually nobody, just crickets. He is still too focused on streaming to pay attention to the road. He stops at the red light momentarily and then says, fuck it, we'll do it live. Goes forward and then basically T-bones a car that's coming through. He runs a red light, blatantly filming his crime. You jeopardized not only your life, but the life of an innocent person who did nothing wrong, obeying the road rules, and you come out, run the red light, and fucking blast him?
I'm fucking dumb. I got him. I clipped him. I just fucking went straight. It's my fault.
Another kick streamer arrives at the scene to try and milk this for as much content as he can now. He is now broadcasting from his perspective. Here he knows the guy that got into the wreck, and he was doing LA night crawls and got word about this, so he pulls up here. The guy that you see walking with the guy who immediately owned up to it being his fault is the victim that was hit. He's walking around, which is good to see. He requests not to be put on stream, asking, can you turn it off? He's like, nope, can't do that. It's my job. This is the vehicle he clipped here. It's fucking totaled. This thing got clobbered. I don't think that would have changed anything because this guy blatantly ran a red light and he has video evidence of it. He filmed himself running the red light and does openly admit to it being his fault, which I certainly wasn't expecting, but no, he did assume responsibility at the scene of the crash.
You can't see the red, so I can't see if it's red, yellow, green. I didn't even know there was a light.
Buster, if you can't see that this is red, you should not be behind the wheel of a car ever again, period. It couldn't be made any more explicitly clear. And he had the gall to say he didn't even know there was a light there? That is like the worst possible excuse when you have video evidence that you yourself recorded to the contrary. Also, he starts coming to a stop. He comes to like a pseudo stop and then decides to go through. I think what happened is when he was slowing down at the red light, he was probably too distracted looking at his stream. He did say when he walked over to the other guy that showed up that he was trying to catch him. I think he was probably watching that guy's stream in the car and wanted to get to him quicker so he wouldn't be left in the dust or something. So then he decided, fuck it, I don't see anyone else coming right now. I'm just going to run this red light without actually doing a full survey, and then just ran the fucking red light and then clipped this guy. He was unfortunately subjected to the natural disaster of a fucking kick streamer behind the wheel of a vehicle. When you have a kick streamer streaming in a car, you best stay inside, because that is a disaster waiting to happen. This shit seems to be happening every week now. A grim, sickening look into the poisoned mind of a clout goblin using what could have been fatal accident as a plug for his content. That's just fucking content, baby. Send it. So he starts plugging his shit. Just so despicably shameless. Yep. Luckily, no one died here. Very easily, they could have. That guy's car was in terrible shape. It got absolutely obliterated. It is a miracle that he wasn't like actually seriously injured. And he, the streamer himself, also could have died too. I really think that there's got to be some kind of crackdown on this type of shit, right? Like, it is just completely out of control. It is happening all the time with these degenerate streamers streaming while driving and inevitably crashing. Like, I really think when something like this happens, I think they should lose their license. Like, I think this guy should not be driving again. Full stop. Like, he can't be trusted behind the wheel of the car.
Legendary Coors Light Druid earned his 5th DUI, a fitting end to the year.
You know what they say, you can't spell Druid without DUI, and you're about to see the mythical Coors Light Druid in full action here as she gets her 5th DUI, this time with her child in the car.
So how'd you end up in the ditch here?
Actually, I just found here and I was...
Okay.
I didn't end up a ditch.
Well, I'm sorry. You're in the grass line here. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Her reaction to that question of why she's in the ditch is perplexing, to say the least. Her eyes get so wide, I thought they were going to pop out of her skull. She's making the same face Tobey Maguire made in Spider-Man 2 when he realized everyone on the train just saw him without his mask on.
Can I just get your driver's license so I know who I'm talking to?
No, I actually don't have it. Listen, I'm so sorry.
So I know who I'm talking to.
I promise you. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I promise you.
I hear you. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, how do you spell your last name?
The whole time the officer's speaking to her, she's doing some wacky, odd motions with her face, like the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's. It seems like she's struggling to keep her eyes open and like focus on what's happening here. Like, she's emoting the same way the NPCs in Fallout 4 do.
When I knocked on the window, she woke up and I said, "Are you okay?" Because I thought maybe she'd hit her head or something.
She's slurring her speech. I got an odor or something in there. I don't know if it's necessarily alcohol. Her pupils are human.
Contact here. Hi, you roll all the way down. What's your name?
all I could see is a little boy. And I was like, well,
And she was completely passed out.
she was tipped over on the steering wheel.
So the lore breakdown is she works nearby, was taking the trash out and saw this vehicle here and went up to check to see if everything was okay, because all she saw was like a child in the back seat. And then she saw that this lady was face down into the steering wheel, passed out. So then she put in the call, and that's why officers arrived at the scene here.
I see you got a little problem here, huh?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
So what brings you back to the parking lot? Did you have an appointment?
See you. Yeah, we did actually.
Where was your appointment?
He had an appointment.
Yeah.
Now, from what I can gather with these breadcrumbs she's dropping, she's in this parking lot because her son had a doctor's appointment and she just got blackout drunk, passed out, and then cruised the vehicle into like this ditch area here. So I guess in order to get ready for the doctor's appointment for her child, she put on her coats and butt chugged 5 Coors Lights on the way out, and then it led to all of this.
Okay, so obviously we have an odor of alcohol coming from
Sorry.
you. Okay.
Hey, actually,
wait a second. So I'm gonna. So
never do this.
I have an odor of alcohol coming from the vehicle. Okay. How did you end up here?
How what?
How did you end up here?
My son.
Okay, your son drove you?
I'm not from here, guys.
What do you mean not from here? Like from this planet? Because my god, these are like some very uncanny, almost horror movie-esque motions she's making with her body here. So she tries to say she's here because her son, and the officers interpret that as her trying to say the son was driving and the kid's like 6 years old. So unless he built himself a pair of stilts like Jimmy fucking Neutron, that kid's not reaching the pedals. I don't think he was the one behind the wheel of the vehicle. I think what she was trying to say is the reason she's, you know, kind of torpedoed her car in this parking lot is because her son had a doctor's appointment here and she was just so fucking drunk she couldn't get the information across.
Okay.
That wasn't the question.
So why are you here in this parking lot? I'm just curious how you got here.
So sorry.
She didn't have one on her. Her name's Mary.
How did you get here?
Huh?
What made you come to this parking lot?
I really apologize, but I'm not really.
I'm asking you a question. I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm asking you a question. How did you get here?
Sorry.
Why are you here in this parking lot?
It doesn't take a super genius to recognize she's very fucked up. It is a miracle she didn't get herself or her child or another innocent person on the road killed here, because it doesn't even seem like she knows where she is at this moment. And she's making like expressions the same way a dog does when you ask it who chewed up the sofa and it knows it's guilty. It is impressive just how many different facial expressions she's going through here. It's like in Super Mario 64, the intro where you like move around his face in a bunch of wacky ways. That's what she's doing, like with her teeth and everything. Just hitting some of that. You know, it's more akin to like that infamous Charles Manson clip where he's like, I'm nobody. And he does like all that weird shit. That's what she's doing right now. She is so unbelievably intoxicated. I think that she is trying to make like a conscious effort with her face to appear sober, but just can't quite do it and doesn't recognize everything that's happening.
Okay. Is your boyfriend his dad? Yeah.
No.
No.
We knew it. No. I apologize.
You warm? Are you warm in the car? Okay, good.
Does your car normally smell like alcohol?
Yeah.
Where were you coming from?
Huh?
Where were you coming from?
What are we talking about?
Road.
The road. No, were you coming from your house?
Yes.
You were coming from your house.
That was a checkmate maneuver from this lady here. The chess master made her move. Where are you coming from? The road. Chef's kiss. Then she just drops the mic. Damn. She played hardball.
Okay, so then how do we end up here in this parking lot?
Because I came here from the road.
Okay. So you just came off the road and just came into the parking lot?
Yeah, a kind of a walk.
Okay.
Well, the more I hear from her side of things, the more I think maybe I was too hasty to judge here. Maybe she's not intoxicated. Maybe she's just experiencing the 6th dimension. She's in like a whole different wavelength right now, but she's starting to really make a lot of sense when you stop to think about it. This could be a huge misunderstanding here, officers.
Mary, do you need an ambulance?
Yeah, actually do.
You need an ambulance? Okay. Why do you feel you need an ambulance? What's going on so I can tell them why you need an ambulance?
I can't breathe, actually.
You can't breathe? You're breathing pretty well.
What did I do? Can you please tell me what I did?
I can just feel every neuron in Mary's brain banging against the sides of her cranium, desperately trying to get through. Mary, don't ask for the ambulance. Don't say yes to the ambulance. It's a trap. It's going to be the biggest regret ever when you see that fucking bill they slap you with at the end. Don't fall for it. Don't say yes to the ambulance.
Well, have you turn to face me, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to follow tip my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. Do not move your head. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Move your eyes and your eyes only. Top my finger. Follow it. Nope. Leave your head straight.
Sorry.
Straight on with me.
Sorry.
With just your eyes, please. Yeah. Okay? Got that? It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
You looking at my finger or are you looking at the ground? Okay. All right. Actually, come over here. We'll utilize this line here, okay?
They had to break out further testing because she fucking aced the follow the finger brain buster there. She seems like she's in a state to pass the bar, I'll tell you what. She is crushing these field sobriety tests. Wait till you see how she walks this line.
1, 2, on your... Stop. Don't start the test, please. Okay. When you get to your 9th step, you're going to take a series of small steps like this, turning around. Watch me. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps going down the line. 1, 2, all the way to 9. Count your steps out loud. Keep your hands down to your sides. Right foot in front of your left foot, like I explained to you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, come on back over here.
She did so well in the first portion of this test, she skips the second. Because she came over there, hit him with the fucking Hezzy Jimbo, and then dunked on their ass with that beautifully perfect straight line that she just walked. So now, they're going to try and get her with a third one.
So this next test is going to be a 1-leg stand. So when I tell you to, you're going to raise your foot approximately 6 inches off the ground. And you're going to count in the manner of 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Okay, you may begin.
Sorry.
You're right. Keep going. Jeremy, you have a PBT. All right, you can stop. How much would you say you had to drink today?
Nothing.
Yeah, that sounds about right based on everything I've seen here. I don't hold it against her for not being able to pass with flying colors on the hold your leg up test. There was clearly a banana peel that she was slipping on there like it's fucking Mario Kart, so that one just needs to be thrown out. They wiped their ass with that. Inconclusive evidence there.
Right now, because he's downtown looking for you, he just called in a well-being check.
No.
And the first place he went is he walked to all the bars because you were supposed to bring him to the hospital.
I would never do this.
You're not at a bar, but you're drinking beer in the parking lot and throwing it out.
So she declined the PBT invitation there. She said, I will not be attending that hootenanny, so now they're going to take her in for further evaluation. The father has called in a wellness check because she was supposed to be bringing the child to the doctor's appointment or the hospital or whatever. Didn't happen, so he started checking the bars, apparently looking for her there, because this seems to be a common occurrence with her. And now the officers are going to be picking up the father to bring him to the scene. They also apparently located some Coors Light that had been tossed aside here, and the father confirms that that's her beverage of choice. So the dots are starting to connect a little bit here.
How many times have you been arrested for operating while intoxicated? Never?
Your husband says 4 times. Does that sound about right to you?
He's not my husband.
Well, okay.
Can you please just stop, judging me?
I'm not judging you. I'm asking you questions.
Hey, Mary, I'm judging you, though. DUIs are just completely fucking inexcusable. This is her 5th one now. She had 4 prior DUIs, yet she still gets to get behind a wheel of a vehicle. I don't get it. I truly don't. Why does she still have her fucking license? It seems like the only time she even gets in the fucking car, even with her child in there, is if she already can't even remember her own name because she drank so much. It is so dangerous. She's putting her life, her child's life, and everyone else's life on the road at risk by drinking while fucking hammered like this. And it's something she seems to do often. She has been caught and charged with DUI 5 times. Now, let's think for a moment. How many other times has she driven while completely fucking blackout drunk that she just didn't get arrested for? They didn't catch her. It's just crazy. I don't know why she's able to just keep getting her license back. She treats beer like it's Popeye's spinach, and it somehow makes her like, you know, turbocharged and a great driver or something.
Prescription drugs for anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What for?
Panic attacks, anxiety.
Because her pupils are as big as her eyes right now. And we have fresh Coors Light cans in the snow. At her drink of choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
She lives in Pennsylvania. She's here for a visit.
Did she come from Pennsylvania today? No. Okay, so she's been on here for a couple days. Weeks. Okay. Officer Koleski is obviously arresting her for operating while intoxicated. Having a child in the car ups everything higher, and then having 4 priors, it's going to be felony levels. And then she resisted, fought, and kicked us. We were trying to do it back here.
I obviously cut out a lot here when they were putting her in the squad car. She was spamming some low kicks there for a minute. Can't really see them all too well, and there definitely wasn't a ton of elbow grease behind them or anything, considering she can hardly fucking stand or keep her eyes open. But even still, they're mentioning that as like her, you know, striking at them while trying to put her in the vehicle. They found Coors cans there, which, you know, hey, they're going to have to run the fingerprints on there because it could have been that dastardly Coors Light ferry that comes through and just happens to sometimes just fucking drop Coors Light cans in the middle of nowhere like it's fucking loot boxes. Maybe those aren't hers. And maybe it's just a big old quinky dink that, according to the father, that's her drink of choice. We don't know for sure. That's all remains to be seen.
Okay.
I was gonna go back for you.
Oh, yeah. She get you too? You okay? Breathe. Hope the adrenaline's going down.
Idiots.
Now you just sound like my father.
Okay.
To ensure officer safety, the suspect is restrained in a chair and a spit hood is put over her head as she's transported to jail. Her blood alcohol content was determined to be 0.236, which is almost 3 times the legal limit. She was charged with her 5th or 6th offense of operating a vehicle while intoxicated with a passenger under 16 years old, resisting obstructing, and 2 counts of battery to a law enforcement officer. She is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
So the father then picked up the child. Firefighters were keeping him like warm and away from all of like the hoopla that was happening with his mother, because that is just such a fucking terrible thing. My heart breaks for that child. That's just terrible to grow up with a mom like that. Now, when they got her to the hospital, they had a warrant to draw her blood to confirm intoxication and rule out the possibility of it being like some kind of, you know, maybe reaction to prescription drugs that she does have and that kind of thing. But while trying to draw that blood, she was less than cooperative, you could say. It started to look like an exorcism scene in there for a moment. She was wiggle worming and squirming, apparently even like biting. That officer, I guess, got a bloody nose from all of it at some point. I couldn't really see that on the body cam. I don't know how she got up there and got him, maybe with like a headbutt or something. I couldn't tell you. But it was pretty chaotic in there. But when they got her blood, they confirmed, no, she's definitely drunk, like very drunk. That's the root cause of all of this. Now, if you want my Neanderthal perspective on it, I really think she should lose her license. I know, maybe I'm talking crazy, maybe I'm boofing the crazy pills, but I just think it's pretty clear she shouldn't be trusted behind the wheel of a vehicle. This is completely fucking unacceptable. It's just a matter of time until someone dies because of this from her. But I just have a sneaking suspicion that's not going to happen. I bet she'll be back on the road pretty soon. And that is very scary.